We'll just have a nice talk. We'll just, relax and have ourselves a little funny little haha talk while we do the same exact thing that we did last time. But this time faster, okay? This time faster. It'll be okay. It'll be great. Got like 24,000. Had to pay back 12k, but it caps at 10, so only that. When you pay everything at once, you only have to pay like 8. Wow. Yeah, that's just like a ridiculously good opportunity. I gotta be honest with you. Of course, you do have to finish things, or else you're just like saddled with the debt, and nothing to show for it, which would be like very regrettable.
Question about this far plane.
But hey, hope for the best, right? Hope for the best.
Sends them to the far plane, right? So their souls or whatever.
Stuff is hard though. Stuff is really hard.
They go to the far plane, right? But that's the far plane we're going to, right?
Wish I also studied IT.
And
realize that's my main interest later.
Do dead people
that's
live
the
there
thing
or
about like
something?
going to college, right? That is the thing about like going to college, because I guess like most people go when they're like 18, 19.
You thinking those funny thoughts again?
You really think somebody knows what they actually want to do at that point in time?
You'll see once we get there.
There was a thing that I learned about in in the UK, right? What they do there is they basically
I do not belong there.
they finish middle school, right? Then they just have like a year off where they like even if they can go to college, they just don't. And they take like a year to like just do things. And
really going to see the dead.
figure out if there's anything that they actually want to do, right? Instead of just like going with, whatever they think they want to do.
Take on the form of the dead person.
If they go on and, actually try things out, maybe travel, maybe this, maybe that, so that they can get a better idea of what they actually enjoy doing, right?
What?
And that is
You're
really
not
good.
Going either,
Like,
Riku?
Just
I keep my memories inside.
an entire year, like traveling and figuring things out,
Memories are
just,
nice,
trying
but
out new
that's all they
things,
are.
that can be very helpful. Because, there's plenty of people that are just, like, pushed to do stuff because, oh, I like video games. That means I'm going to become a programmer, because those two are definitely one and the same, right?
See you later.
That kind of thing can happen a lot. That's the thing that I heard a lot when I was growing up, and it happened to me. And then I tried out programming, and I'm like, oh wow, this sucks. This is not so fun, actually. No idea back then. Just chose with my friends from school. Chose two of my close friends went to engineering, so I did too. Yeah, and then they dropped out, and you were left alone. The thing is, I guess it does make sense to do that kind of thing when you're young, because that's when you have time to, screw up. But then there's like that idea of like, oh, but you've already chose this. Why don't you keep going with it? I've also seen that a lot. It's like people aren't really given the option to switch. It's like, oh, but you already chose this. Just go ahead and finish it. And it's like, it's hard. Like, college is hard, let alone forcing myself to finish off a discipline that I actually don't care for, right? That kind of idea is just so bad to me. It's like, oh, you chose this? Well, you can always go into the thing you actually want to do later. Just finish this off. Yeah, just do like 3 years of this thing you actually don't like, and then go to this other thing that you like, and then find out that actually you don't like that either. But then finish that off as well, because you started it, right? If only things were easy. If only things were easy. You all finished together? Nice.
The far plane was cool.
Yeah, that's very
but
lucky.
I couldn't stop thinking about Yuna.
That is very lucky.
Her parents, they look so happy together. But it got me worried that
Since we
maybe
three were always
seeing
together and
them
never
would
made
make
much new
Yuna
friends at
really
uni.
consider Seymour's proposal.
Well, that's fine, that's fine. I do think it is a great time to, I do think it is like a great time to, what do you call it? Meet new people, because there's just like, the range of people that go to university is drastically bigger than the people that like,
Yo,
you'll see in
Chapu.
middle school, high
Meant to
school,
come see
etc.
you earlier, yeah?
At
Sorry.
least for me.
I know you
Maybe
won't hold it against me.
it won't be the same in other
Gave up
places
the
because
game. My guardian
the
from
college
here
that
on,
I
no?
went to is particularly known for
This guy looks a lot like you. Showed up.
what do you call
Traveling
it?
with him, I thought maybe.
The one that I go to
You were still
just has
alive
a
somewhere,
bunch
yeah?
of
But then
overseas
again,
students
here you are on
going
the
to it,
far
right?
plane.
So that lends
Guess your
itself
place
to
is
just
here.
like finding a
So?
bunch of different kinds of people,
How you
right?
been?
From all kinds of walks
Oh,
of life.
That guy I just told you about.
So
gave me a
maybe
sword.
it's not gonna be the same
He
with
likes it.
everybody, you
Huh?
know. But
Wow.
even just like the Portuguese people that I met were also like vastly different from everything that I had seen up to that point. It's great. Plus, people are older, so you know they might actually be mature. Although, I mean, don't really count on it. Like 100% of the times, don't count on it. But you know,
Just a
maybe,
sec more.
maybe, possibly, hopefully.
He is dead, and I am still alive.
Starting my current studies during
Coming
Corona, so
here
good luck
really
making
makes
new
that
friends.
clear.
Oh yeah, that's
I
not
should focus more
that is
on
not
what I have
conducive to making
do
friends at
now.
all. God,
What?
just everybody with their camera,
I'm not even
their
sure
silly
what
little
I'm
camera,
saying.
their silly little microphones.
Don't you mean that you should leave Chapu behind? I'm sure he was a great guy, but don't be others.
I mean,
Hmm, that's a possibility.
well, I guess it would be really
How
hard,
about
huh?
Waka?
What?
You
me with
could,
Waka?
but
Yeah, you two get
don't
along
just
great.
doesn't just everyone talk about
Getting along
Ronaldo? So you have
isn't
something mutual at all times.
enough,
What
not
are
even
you? I am
close.
going to beat you up.
Oh,
I'm gonna find you
sorry.
and I'm gonna beat
My
you over the
mistake.
head with a rock in Minecraft.
You do well to remember that.
Can't believe this guy.
Knowing a bit about women might come in handy someday.
Nobody
Yeah,
actually
I'll remember.
mentioned anything about Ronaldo
won't be
during my time
forgetting
in college,
Goodbye, Chapu.
from what I can remember anyway.
You always said I looked grumpy.
Did they? I don't think so. I don't think there was
but those
ever
were
a
the
point in time
happiest
where that
days of
actually
my
happened.
life.
Like now actually thinking about it, I really don't think anybody ever brought it up.
So, Yuna?
I've decided.
Which is funny, because you know I was in the UK,
Really?
right?
That's good.
And it's like even the
remember.
British students weren't like
When I was only 7
Ronaldo
years old, in Bethel
to the
that
Portuguese
day,
guy. I
my
guess
father had
probably
defeated
because
sin, and the
hmm,
whole town was out
I don't
in
know.
the
I guess people
streets.
really don't care that much about that kind of
Everyone
thing,
was
huh?
laughing.
It is a really
They all
funny haha
seemed
joke.
So happy.
Like
If I defeated sin, that would make everyone happy,
The-
wouldn't it?
I'm trying to find the words and nothing's coming out. Let me
I
try. again.
must do what everyone wants.
It's funny that
Not
that's
just
like
what I
more of a
want.
joke amongst other Portuguese
go
people
back.
than it actually is like
you
a
gotta
thing,
tell Seymour.
you know,
Before
with
that, call Sir Jet.
overseas people,
Give it a
right?
try.
Like I've heard that more from actual Portuguese
Don't
people than I've
worry.
heard
He won't come.
from other
Trying not to think
individuals
about
in
my
the
old
UK.
man.
I was just
Made
like,
me
oh yeah,
think
I'm
about
from
it,
Portugal,
of
and they're like,
course.
oh cool.
See, told
Then I find
you.
somebody else who's Portuguese, and it's like
He's
Ronaldo.
here because he's not dead. He's sin.
Uh,
That
but it didn't
means
happen
he's
much,
alive.
is what I'm trying to say.
What if my old man
didn't
really
happen
is
much.
sin? What would I say to Yuna?
Mm-hmm.
Heck, to everybody in Spira.
It's a good thing that they
Wait,
appear with their bodies
why should I
intact.
have
Oh,
to
here in the far
apologize for him
flame? That's
anyway?
true. With their clothes and everything.
Rather never see him
Well,
again.
what they say is that the
What
fireflies
makes you hate him
reproduced the memories
Everything he does
in
just
physical
makes me
shape,
mad.
right? It's
It
not
was
that we're
his
actually
fault that
seeing
me
the
and my
dead.
mother-
We're just or the dead. Did I say the dead or the dad?
Huh?
It's
Mom?
not that we're actually seeing the dead, but rather the memories of the
It's
people
her.
here.
She's
The
very
fireflies
pretty.
react to those memories and the emotions, and then they, you know, respond by creating this
But-
image.
Wait.
Sort
No
of.
one ever
There's a little
performed
bit more
sending for
to it as well, but
She must
honestly,
have
I'm not even sure
accepted death
myself.
while
But
she
that's
was still
a part
alive.
of it.
Whoa there. That's my
Kind
mother
of made
you're
it even
talking
harder
about.
to make friends.
Oh,
Not being
I'm
able to go
sorry.
out is. I mean, it didn't really bother me much because, you know,
It's okay.
I never went out much anyways. But yeah, making new friends would be
I
kind of
think I
impossible
just-
without actually going out.
Figured something out.
What?
Yeah, only with
Why I
dead
hate
people,
my old
right?
man.
That's what we talked about with Macon, is the fireflies only ever do that for dead
See,
people. If you
so
try
I
to do
told
it
him
with
what I
somebody who's
thought of
alive,
him
they will
right
not show
there.
up. So there is something to it that must have to do with like their actual,
Of course.
I guess, spirit.
I suppose.
If they're in the far plane, then they will show. If they're not in the far plane, then they won't, which means they must be alive, right?
Just a sec, dear.
Technically. They could
Whenever my old man
be
was around,
unsent.
my mother wouldn't even look at me.
Because remember, to
Maybe
go to the
that's
far
when I
plane, they need to be
started to
sent
resent him,
first, or else they'll turn
even
into a
hate him.
fiend, right?
When he left us,
So technically, they
just
could
lost
be
her
dead,
energy.
just not sent, etc. It's a bit complicated. It's a bit complicated. But I think it is a very
Is she all right?
fun, mysterious part of the game. The far plane, that
If
is.
she dies, I wouldn't know what to do.
How was his mother sent though? Oh, they were just talking about it.
I apologize.
She wasn't sent,
old
but she
lady next
accepted
door
death
told me
while she was alive.
when a lovebird dies,
that
the
is to
one left
say,
behind,
she
it
kinda
just gives up living, so it can join its mate. It was just like that.
It's
I
very
hated my old
grim,
man even
this part of
more.
the game. It's really grim.
But really, my old man,
So Jack disappears and Tidus's mom just dies.
Just a sec, dear.
Ugh.
Go to him. He'll cry if you don't.
Mm-mm. How do people appear to never live like Tidus's mom? No, she lived. She's alive. She's alive. She existed.
oh man, I must sound so stupid.
I don't think so.
Now Gambit.
How embarrassing.
Must I remind you, we are a no spoiler stream, but in this case,
one more
I will
time.
say that she did live.
No.
I know
I'm
what you
ready.
were hinting at, but
Did
that is
I miss something?
that is not a thing. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, they did live. That is 100%.
Thanks for waiting.
Start
go
playing
give my
D&D
answer
on
to
Discord with
Maester
randoms I met on Discord. Start playing D&D on Discord with randoms I met on Discord. I want to play D&D again, but it's so hard. I want to DM, but it's so hard.
He does not belong here.
Why?
Okay, so see,
Yuna, send him.
this is like another thing, right? Lord Driscoll, this is not just like a memory, right? It's actually like Lord Driscoll's spirit, I'm guessing. Because I mean, it shouldn't be reacting to anybody,
He
right?
is Lord Driscoll no more. Send him now.
So there is that kind of, side to things that it's not just like, oh, the Fireflies are making memories come to life. They react to, just people's emotions. No, there's definitely like a soul or spirit verting to it. Hmm. And he drops something. Yeah, it should not carry anything, but here we are.
Talk later. We leave now.
I'm guessing that was.
What was that just now? That really Lord Driscoll?
He wasn't sent, so he became a fiend, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would think that he was sent once, but he stayed on Spira. Something, a powerful emotion, could have bound him to this world.
Right.
Such things happen.
So it's not like he was.
That's against the rules, isn't it?
What do you call it?
It means he died an unclean death.
It's not like it was just like a ghost. It was still Lord Driscoll. That's how he still had like a spear on him, maybe? Not sure. Honestly, I think we can just like gloss over that part. It doesn't really matter that much, I don't think. It's just whatever. Redeem cool MGS factors. Let me think. Cool MGS factor. Cool MGS factor. Metal Gear Solid. I was thinking about something like that on just a few days ago. I remember that I found out a cool Metal Gear Solid factor, and now I'm just forgetting about it.
I will
let's
go.
see.
Meet with Maester Seymour.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yuna, Driscoll is the Guado's problem, not yours.
What?
So Lulu.
Oh,
what do
I
you
got
think about
nothing.
Yuna getting
Which
married?
Metal Gear Solid should I do? Let's just like pick a Metal Gear and then like go with that. Let's go with
As long as the pilgrimage continues,
Metal Gear
either way's
Solid. Oh, 2.
That's it?
I think I got a
She
cool
doesn't even
little
like
fun
the guy.
fact
Is
in Metal Gear
that
Solid
okay?
2.
People marry for many reasons.
Wait,
What's
was that
that
Metal Gear Solid 2 or was that something else?
Sometimes marriage doesn't require love, you know?
I think I have a
Defeat
cool
sin
fact,
and
but I'm
bring
not sure
joy
if it's
to the
actually Metal
people
Gear
of
Solid 2
Spira.
or if I'm mistaking it for
Get
something
married
else.
and bring joy to the people of Spira.
But it should be
Yuna, they're
fine.
just two
So
ways
cool
down
fact
the
for
same
Metal Gear
road.
Solid 2. Did you know that in Metal
All
Gear
you
Solid
need
2,
is
and I believe
determination.
specifically the
If you have
document
that,
of Metal Gear Solid 2
you
at
don't
that?
need love.
It's like the extra disc with like documentation on the process
I
of,
don't know.
you know, making Metal Gear Solid 2.
I just don't get
In
it.
the document of Metal Gear Solid 2, there is a mode that allows you to view models, right? And in those models, there's actually an updated model for Mei Ling and Naomi from the first game, although they were never actually used in the game itself. Mei Ling, especially, she actually does show up in the game, but
We leave as soon.
they just didn't use the model at all, even in codec or anything of the
For a
sort.
while there,
Which is really... Oh, wait. I gotta listen to these.
for a while there, I was a little worried about what was gonna happen, yeah?
I think that was in Document of Metal Gear Solid 2, but I'm not
We leave as
entirely
soon as Yuna
sure.
returns. I trust
It's a
we'll be
bit
ready.
muddled, the memory that is. But yeah, there you go. Cool Metal Gear Solid factor. Hey Kamari. Guado potion's good.
Guado potion's good. Buy some before leaving.
I love Kamari. Funny little guy. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. Yeah, me either. See, that's why I didn't really want to do that. I didn't really want to do that factor because it's like if I'm not even sure of it, can I even say it? Oh, you mean the Guado potions? Never mind. I thought you were talking about the fact. Oh good, no worries. They feel like every other potion out there. Surely not. Guado potions are very good. Actually, I think that might be an indication regarding if you go and check their potions, they actually do have like X potions for sale, and I think this is like the first time that you can buy them. Let me see. And it's also like a reference to something later on. Oh wait, no, never mind. They are just like potions. Damn. This might be a reference to something that will happen later on though. So, oh, did I talk to you? My husband long served as a guardian to leaders of the Guado. Yes, I remember talking to you. Yeah, I thought they sold like X potions, but it's... Yeah, X potion this early would be insane. We do have a few, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. I guess being able to buy them, though. I'll bet potions are the shit. Do we mix those? Or... I'm not sure if... doesn't it high potion max you? No, it's only 1,000. By this point, I'm already past 1,000, except for Riku. And Oren's like over, like double that.
When we leave here, we have to go through the Thunder Plains
But yeah,
next,
I'll bet
you know?
potions, I forget how we get those, but we'll get there when we get there. I should probably pull up a sheet for like the abilities that Riku can get through mixing as well. That would be helpful. But you
Listen,
collect them later.
If Yuna gets married,
Well, that's later then.
I...
That's later.
What? That again?
Then again?
Yes. If she is to marry, I would want her to marry for love.
Oh, my hands are so cold.
See?
But if Yuna said she wanted to marry the one she loves, I would have to object.
Huh? You're not making much sense.
I know.
What? It is so cold. God, it is still so cold. How is this possible? How are you guys doing, by the way, in terms of temperature? Are you guys also
Lulu?
cold over there?
I've talked enough about
I remember,
that.
What?
I remember like a
I'm
month or
sorry,
so
just
ago,
forget
it was
about
just
it.
like absolutely,
Jeez, grumpy.
absolutely
You'll
horrid.
understand
Like
one
you
of
could
these days.
not, you
I
could
just
not
don't
stand
want
in
to give it
place
words, not yet.
and not just freeze over completely immediately, right? And I was talking to my friend,
shouldn't
right?
have to
I was
say
talking to
this,
Boss.
But don't fall
He's in
love
Germany,
with
right?
her.
And I'm like, oh man, it's freezing. And he's like, oh yeah, it's scorching hot over here. And I'm like, huh? What? Hello? Hello? It's so funny. Every time that we talk about that, it's like, oh man, it's raining like hell over here. And he's like, oh, it's dry as heck over here. I'm like, oh, huh, interesting.
I see.
Too late.
But you must
Last week was
keep
really
your
cold, but
feelings
the last few
inside
days were
until the
okay. I have like
pilgrimage is
10
over.
C over here. Oof. Well, I guess it's not in negatives, you know, that is something. Still, that's really, really cold.
I'm a little worried about Lord Jiskel. I wonder if Maester Seymour has heard.
Well, now to trigger on the next sequence, we just go over here, I believe, and get to talk with Shalinda.
My.
Entire winter is pretty
is the
warm
Lady
this year.
Summoner not with you?
That's
No,
really good.
She's at
For
Seymour's
you, anyway.
place.
That's Maester
It's
Seymour.
so terrible
or
over
Lord
here.
Seymour.
God.
Oh,
That's
I'll be
Maester
careful.
for you.
Sorry.
That's all right.
It was really, really bad.
Oh, Maester Seymour
Like,
left
I do
Wada
not
Salam a
remember
short while
a
ago.
cold winter
You
like
serious?
this in a
I
long,
believe
long
he went to
time.
the temple in Makalania.
Just absolutely horrid.
Maester Seymour is also the high
At least nothing
priest of
froze
that
over, I
temple.
suppose. Like pipes and
Whoa,
etc.
I gotta tell the others.
That is like one thing that I can't say because I've had that happen before where the literal water pipes will just freeze over and you cannot use them.
I too will go to the temple in Makalania
That was
shortly.
not fun in the least bit. Like imagine trying to just, you know, use the water and all that comes out of the pipe is a gurgling sound and just like the smallest drop of water and then that's it. That's the kind of stuff that I was dealing with. You had to wait until it was like, I don't know, midday for it to like thaw from the sun. God. Have to keep the water running.
Lord Gisco, please tell me.
Or else it's just like
what can
over,
I do
you know?
to help?
I think cold in
You know,
Germany and cold in
let's
Rheinland
go.
aren't the same. I mean, we are a little bit, and by a little bit I mean quite a lot, different in where we're located. It should, by rights, be a lot warmer here since we're a lot closer to like the south, and it should be a lot closer. It should be a lot colder up there since you guys are much further up north. But you know, just one of God's funny little tests. He decided, but what if it wasn't?
They say
What
Seymour
if it wasn't
went to
in reverse?
Macarena Temple.
Makalania Temple.
Like Karena Temple.
Alright?
What I don't get is, why would the Lord Maester
But it's like
head off
you
without a
can't
peep to
just like
anyone?
keep the water running like
Maybe he wasn't expecting
forever,
you his answer
right?
so soon.
When you have like a
Ah, that's
that
probably
kind
it.
of issue.
You know,
Unless it's like an emergency, I
What is it?
suppose. Because like
Oh,
that'll run you your
nothing.
bill like crazy.
you're a poor liar.
The OG
It's true,
Macarena.
it's nothing.
Can't wait until we go to
Come on,
Macarena Temple.
Let's go.
You're a poor liar. Okay, we already know everything that's happened here. We already talked to everybody, I believe, so... Oh, hold on a minute. Hello, sir. What are you doing there? Please make haste. Gotcha. And then we're just gonna make it through the Thunder Plains. You see, we're gonna cut down on time in the Thunder Plains like crazy, because I do know where the items are now, so no worries. Think your pipes are not designed for cold? Not really, no. I mean, it's like you said, right? The cold here is different from cold everywhere else, or elsewhere, I suppose. Because it's not like we're really.
We're here.
It's like the UK, right? The UK is built for cold climates. So when they were having like that heat,
How are we supposed to cross that?
what do you call it? When they were
See
having
the
like
lightning
that
rod towers?
really period, that
The
really long
lightning is
period
drawn
like
to them,
of a hot climate.
hopefully.
Their houses
We
were
head
just like
north,
turning
not
into
too near
ovens,
and not
because
too
that's
far
what they
from
were,
the
you know,
towers,
built
yeah?
for, right? It's like keeping the heat
Meaning
in
we should
because they're
avoid
usually like really
wide,
cold.
open areas.
So when it's hot, like over here, we're built for pretty in between climates, if I had to
Nice
say,
knowing
or
you.
temperatures. We're not really
Okay,
too
I'll
cold,
go.
but we're not really too hot. So when it does get cold, it's like, oh, God, it's just freezing. During the summer, it's pretty alright though. It doesn't really get too terribly hot in here. The poor people who had to build those lightning rod towers. Wonder how many people died during that time. We actually do learn about that when we talk to Machen over here. It's a very funny story because the story goes that it was a single man that built them, called Bilgin. Bilgin used Machina to build the rods, and the rods, you know, make it so that people can actually have safe travel through the Thunder Plains. However, the Thunder Plains are named after a summoner who just trapped some cactuars. And why is that? Because Bilgin is all bed. Like, I fucking hate Yevon so much, dude. The fuck even is Yevon anyway? We'll learn about who Yevon is eventually. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We'll learn about it later. Ow! Shit! I was just trying to open up the chest. I'm probably gonna get my ass just carbonized in no time. Is that a thing? Carbonized? Oh, things all that are all bad. Shut up! Don't say that. Don't say that. That's terrible. You can't say that kind of thing. Let's put Waka and Yuna with, or yeah. Oh. Walking Lulu with Yuna. That's what I meant to say. I'm probably gonna get my butt just thunderstruck over and over again, so get used to that. Don't believe people in Scandinavia have the same problem. No, not at all. I wouldn't think so, considering that they are built for, you know, those kinds of climates. They should be fine, at least in principle, right? I mean, you build homes for whatever climate you're most likely to get. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Oh right, this is the place where I need to switch my weapons to like thunder and stuff like that. Does Riku die here if he uses the thing? Let's hope that that she doesn't, shall we? Well, that was rather unfortunate. All beds took our jobs, but our wells stole our money. This is what Yevon would have you believe. This is legitimately what Yevon would have you believe. Those damn Al-Bhed, they were responsible for Sin, they're responsible for the Thunder Plains, they're responsible for everything. This is legitimately what they would have you believe.
Ugh. I thought I was gonna die.
I don't know if everybody has like a line like that, but it's so funny that Riku does. It really is. Yevon didn't try to kidnap Yuna? No, I suppose not. But what was Yevon doing during that time, huh? Also, are you serious? Did this guy really just... Come on! I'm just trying to, you know, have a nice little random encounter over here, and Goon just says no.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're not fine. You're really not fine, lady. Let's go ahead and see if we can't do something about this. What do we do, though? What do we do besides just like hope that Kimahri gets targeted? I can heal Yuna. It's fine. You're busy protecting the stadium from monsters, of course. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, that's it. I've had it. I'm gonna res Riku again because I really wanted to get this experience. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this goon. Fuck me. This is some enemy.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. But yeah, it's really. I mean, it's not. They're not even subtle about it, right? In the game, it's just like. For some reason, the Al-Bhed are discriminated against. There's really no good reason, like at all. It's literally just like, oh, the Al-Bhed they use Machina, and it's like, yeah, you do too, though. Oh yeah, but we use the right kind of Machina, not the wrong kind of Machina. Who says what the right kind of Machina is? Yevon. Okay, thanks, I guess. Thank you, Yevon. Appreciate it. Thanks, little buddy. They're not even, you know, subtle about it. But I guess it's not the point to be subtle. It's just to be like, yeah, these guys suck. This is kind of really awful. A lot of the storytelling in this game just hammers in the point that it's really awful to live in Spira. It just really is. Have you ever tried playing without using the sphere board? That was my first experience with this game. Wow. Can't say that I have, no. That sounds pretty awful. Also, these guys are the ones that have the lunar currents. Let's go ahead and steal for them. Hiya, Papaya, I'm off work next week. Nice, very good. Do you have any plans? What are you gonna do for well, not work. What are you gonna do for all of that week? Do you have anything fun planned out? What am I doing here, by the way? Do I silence the gold element? I think I do.
Be quiet.
My cousin thought using it made you use levels and gave you nothing. Oh boy. Oh, oops, I skipped my turn. Didn't mean to do that. I mean, honestly, I can't really blame them, I suppose. Did you know, by the way, that we can steal from the same enemy multiple times? It just makes it... So, like, the first steal is guaranteed. Every steal after that has half chances to get something. So if we just keep hitting the same enemy over and over and over again with steal, we could technically get it. Technically, we could keep getting the steal going. Probably not gonna happen, but we could have it happen, yeah. Ow. Gonna chill, read manga and light novels, and play games. Very good. You have any games lined up? Me when I'm just asking people about all their plans. That's fine, right? That's nothing too. I'm kind of always like, you know, wary of asking people too much about their life, right? It's like I don't want to be just like, you know, okay, so what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? At what time? You know, that kind of thing. But I am interested. It's like, what games are you gonna be playing? I'm just like, you know, worried that I'm asking too much, right? He didn't use it, got stuck at the fight against Riku. No! That's terrible. That is terrible. I tried fighting her for him and actually won, later having a certain Dragon 2, then I bought the game and told him how the game actually meant to be played. That's what happens when you skip tutorials. That is what happens when you skip tutorials. That's actually a Final Fantasy XIV experience right there. That is actually like the Final Fantasy XIV player experience. It's like, how do I dodge this thing? Well, you would have known if you hadn't skipped the entire game, I guess. There was a thing, right? There was a thing, where, what was it? Some players a while ago, because like Final Fantasy XIV exploded in popularity, I guess about around the time of like Shadowbringers 5.5/Endwalker. So there was like this explosion in popularity and a lot of people started playing it. A lot of like World of Warcraft streamers amongst them, right? Now, for the most part, it was fine, but there were some goons that, for some reason, just insisted on dunking on the game, despite not actually playing it properly whatsoever, right? It's like, sure, you can definitely dunk on some things of Final Fantasy XIV for sure, right? You can definitely do that, but when you level skip, right, through like most of the game into high level content, not even like the highest level, just like extremes, right? And you have no concept of stacks, you have no concept of flares, you have no concept of, you know, all these mechanics that the game actually just like teaches you, because you aren't going to die if you get hit by them once, right? If you skip all of that and then the game kills you because you just stood in place at the same spot as the flare was, then, I mean, maybe you should reconsider. Maybe you should reconsider. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you should reconsider. Maybe you should really reconsider. Like, imagine skipping the tutorial and then going like, the game didn't tell me this. Well, you know, it wasn't a tutorial. Oh, but I skipped that. Oh, well, you know, there's your issue. There's your issue. Talking about Quinn or whatever his name was. Hi, Jeeks. I don't remember their name, but it was somebody that was, I think they were playing Samurai, and they were playing I think it was a Realm Reborn stuff at that point. Maybe even, yeah, it was probably like Realm Reborn, and they were like, okay, we're gonna level skip, right? And they skipped all the way to Shinryu Extreme. Now, extremes aren't really the hardest of the hard, but you should still, you know them when you're doing them. They quite obviously did not, so they ended up just flipping off the platform, getting hit by AoEs, getting hit by everything, and they were like, oh, well, I guess the healers weren't doing their job. Which is really offensive to me as a healer. As a healer main, all I have to say is I would leave your ass dead on the water. I'm just saying, you know. God, playing healer in Final Fantasy XIV sometimes is just the most painful experience. Cause like, if a Sprout is dying over and over again, I get it. Okay, if you die as a Sprout, don't worry, my beautiful, beautiful child, I will revive you over and over again. You will play this game. I will make sure of it. If you die over and over again as a Mentor? I mean, at some point, you must know that the dragon means get out of the center, and the phoenix means get out of the sides, right? At some point. I'm just saying, you know? At some point, you must understand this. Okay? Doesn't WoW have similar mechanics? That must somehow indicate attacks too, right? I am not sure because I never got to play. But like that's the thing. If I went to World of Warcraft, I would be like, oh, this is different, right? If like they do have like different ways to do things, because you know I've never really done high level content. It's just it boggles the mind to go from a game to like yeah, of course they're both MMOs, right? But don't assume they work the same way. Don't assume they work the same way. And even if they do, don't skip through everything, because there's gonna be some particularities you need to know about. Like there's gonna be. It's like, yeah, of course, if you want to skip and you want to, you know, do things that way, I mean, expect to hit a roadblock, right? Because it's like, it's not skipping. It's not the fact about skipping. It's not them dying. It's not them, you know, trash talking the game. It is a little bit about them trash talking the game, sure. But it's all of that combined. It's like you skip and you die and you expect to not. That's dumb. And then you talk shit on the game because you died because you skipped. Silly. You know, at the very least, silly is what I would say that is. Just not very good look, you know? Not very good look at all. Let's get Balfour out. What do you mean Drag's going into the things mean they explode? What were the heals I managed to give up with top raiders? Dude, There's just like something very, it's not even Final Fantasy XIV, it's just like games in general, isn't it? There's something very infuriating about people thinking they're better than they actually are, and gloating about it. It's like, if you go into any kind of game, that happens in fighting games as well, right? Where some players will just be like, oh, you know, I lost, but it's not because I actually lost. It's because the other guy, you know, he was pulling some weird moves. He was doing something unfair, stuff like that. It's just so annoying. Like, shut up. Just learn the game. Like, just please. You're a grown-ass man. Learn the game. It's not that hard, I promise you. And if you don't want to learn the game, that's fine too. That is fine too. Just don't talk your shit. Just don't talk your shit. It's so easy. It is so easy.
Well, hello there. Would you like to hear about this place?
Would I ever? This is a story I was talking about the lightning
Very
rods.
well. Let me
This is
tell
really
you
interesting. I
about
like
the
this one a
crossing.
lot. Let me listen to this in full.
A long time ago, this place was a traveler's nightmare.
No thunder
Plains
rods.
of lightning, plains of thunder. Those who cross are torn asunder. Or so they used to say. Then a man by the name of Bilgen appeared. Using Machina, he built towers that served as lightning rods across the plains. Finally, travelers were able to cross in safety. Bilgen was building that tower over there when he was struck and killed by lightning. Bilgen was an Al-Bhed. Our history books never mention him.
It's not even subtle, you know? It's not even subtle. But
Take care.
I really do like it. It's such a nice story. And it does like Machen, the guy, right? His character, I feel, is very underestimated. Or not very underestimated, very underrated. There we go, that's what I wanted to say. Very underrated because he is, at the surface, he's just a storyteller, right? He's just there to give you exposition about the world and all of that. But as he just said, the history books don't mention Bilgen. So how does he know about him? How does he know about Bilgen? I'm fairly sure I asked this exact same question last time, but I think this is like the start of you piecing together that, wait a minute, how does this guy know all of this? It's really, really fun. I like this guy a lot. We'll learn more about him as we go on as well, don't worry about it. We'll learn a lot more. Anyway, back to the discourse, shall we? Back to discourse. Talk shit about the story we just skipped entirely. Yeah, there's something really funny about like So I'll state this. I am an ARR apologist. I do like A Realm Reborn. Okay, let me just start off with that. So, you know, I just want to say that there is something very, very funny about people who complain that ARR story is boring and they skip it without reading it. Because then it's like, I mean, you don't really know if it is boring or not if you skip it, huh? You just don't. Like, it's one thing if you're like, oh yeah, I wasn't really feeling it, so I skipped towards Heavensward and then I started feeling it. You know, sure. But if you say, oh, Realm Reborn's story is so boring, it's like, did you read it though? No, I skipped it. That's just a bit confusing to me. That's just a bit confusing to me. Like, I'm not telling people to, you know, no, you have to play A Realm Reborn, but it's like, if you're saying that A Realm Reborn story is boring, then surely you have read it, yes? Surely you must have read it, right? I don't think that's like anything insane to say, right? I really don't think it is. It's just, you know, I feel like a lot of people just like trust that A Realm Reborn story is bad and they're not gonna enjoy it, and it's like, sure, I can get it that some people might not enjoy it, for sure, but I mean, I did, so there's gotta be more people that do. But the prevailing sentiment is that, oh no, I'm just gonna skip it, because, you know, I'm not gonna like it. But you don't know that you're not gonna like it. You know? You don't know that you're not gonna like it. Grown-ass man Blackwood makes up. I'm a start of the first expansion so far. The story is just fine, but I enjoy the other Final Fantasy stories more. Understandable. Understandable. That is very understandable. Like, I definitely don't think, like, for sure, Shadowbringer, Zenwalker, Heavensward, they are far and above superior. But Shadowbringers would not exist. Nothing would exist without A Realm Reborn. It's literally, I feel it's the same thing as people who complain about Fate, the route, being boring. And it's like, it's the route that sets up everything else, right? Of course it's gonna be like more of a what do you call it? Slow pace kind of story, right? We're not gonna go into like explosions and Excalibur and whatever right away. We're gonna be, you know, setting up the storyline first. It's like, yeah, of course it's gonna be like less of a bombastic story, but I mean, does that make it bad necessarily? I don't know. There's many ways that people can like critique or critic or what's the word again? There's many ways that people can like offer up, you know, criticism to the story, right? And it's not always, you know, about it being slow. It's just like, oh, I don't care about the storyline. It was badly written, etc., etc., etc. So it's not like, you know, it's a universal way of explaining things away, but it does make sense. If like you say that it's like too slow, I mean, you can still not like it, but it makes sense for it to be slow because it's just like setting up things, right? I don't know, man. I just kind of wish more people would like give it a try instead of just like, you know, instantly just saying, oh wait, no, I don't like this, I'm skipping. But you know, fine, it's okay, no worries. People play games the way they want, right? That's what we gotta remember at the end of the day. You can't force people to play games any other way. And if you do, then, you know, shame on you. Because you shouldn't. Ooh, Patafrite grenade, nice. I did read it, but I remember next to nothing about it, so it's at least not too memorable to me. I thought people would just skip Spate because it's spoilers the rest, talking about the anime. Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess you wouldn't really watch the animation for Fate, because it's like the one that like mixes a bunch of like routes together. But yeah, that's like the anime, not the visual novel. Like the Fate route, Casilia doesn't have a bad ending in it. True. Very, very true. Agreed. I agree with the preceding statement. I'm starting to ramble a lot, by the way. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing, but I was kind of like trying to focus on speeding through the Thunder Plains, and I'm feeling like I'm not going to be able to do that because I've just been, you know, talking. I do that a lot, don't I? Oh boy. Pray. If it was interesting, you would not start to skip, right? Yeah, that's what I was talking about, right? It's like, if you're not feeling the story and you skip it, then it's like, yeah, sure. But if you're like, skip it just right away, it's like, you didn't really give it a chance now, did you? You didn't really give it a chance. There were a few funny quests that actually got removed as well, as part of like the culling of A Realm Reborn to make it more palatable, right? Because, yeah, it was really bloated with quests, right? It really, really was. But there were some really... There's like a quest where you're supposed to find out the scions from like a bunch of like what were they? Sylphs, I think? Is that what they're called? The silly little individuals from like the Gridania area, right? The fairies. You're supposed to like find the real scions in between all of the fakes, right? And they're just like, they're just acting like the worst parody of the scions. It's like, oh, I'm Thancred. I can't ruin my beautiful face. Meanwhile, Papalimo is just like, can I just beat him up? Please.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, all of that to say that you should definitely go ahead and play Final Fantasy XIV. It's a great game. Wonderful game. Go ahead and try the free trial today. It is free until level 60. And you get to play as both the Astrologian and the you get to play as both the Astrologian and the... God, I'm just trying to think and talk at the same time, and it's just not working. You get to play as both Astrologian and Dark Knight, which are all jobs that you unlock at Heavensward. Speaking of which, Heavensward is also like wholly contained within the free trial. You get to play both The Realm Reborn and Heavensward. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that insane? I would jump on that opportunity right now. You guys think they're gonna add Stormblood to the trial anytime? That'll be interesting, right? I think I need to beat up Lulu. This is just not working. There we go. Huh? It's not what I was expecting to happen. Not what I was expecting to happen at all.
So be it.
Why are you redoing it anyway? Don't think there's anything here you can really mess up. I was just re-watching the stream that I did last time, and I was not at all satisfied with the quality. I think it was honestly one of the worst streams I did in a long time. It was just unfocused and all over the place. And like for most of the streams, I would let it go. That's fine. But this is one of those streams that's gonna go up like on permanent record, right? I'm gonna put it up like as part of the collection. I just really didn't like the idea of having it up there as it was, you know? Okay, I gotta just snap you out of the confusion. I'm sorry, Lulu, you're getting hit, whether you like it or not. Can you stop dodging? Can you stop dodging, please? Please, God, can you stop dodging? Please, God, can you stop dodging, please? Fucking God. Waka? This is my life. Yes! Jesus! She dodged her own hit. But finally. Here we go. Now I can die. Even got Lulucine and Guadosalam. How could he betray her now? Listen, I'll just drop a bunch of potions on her in the next fight, okay? That should be fine. I hope that doesn't actually count towards the negative counter, because I didn't actually hurt her, did I? She dodged everything after all. God, I hope that doesn't count. I really, really do. That would be really bad if it did. It's fine. I'll just I'll just drop her like a bunch of potions. Okay, that should be fine, I believe. We can just like keep going now without having to worry about like anything to the sides. Yep, we're good. They should just force free trial players to play either tanks or healers. Do you guys ever we're not. Let me rephrase that. So if you guys play tank, or even if you guys don't play tank, right? Chat, if you play or don't play tank, if you do play it, did you ever have the tank anxiety, right? You know, the whole, oh man, I'm in charge of the whole dungeon, I need to not mess up or else my party dies, right? And if you don't play tank, do you not play it because of that? Cause I used to have that when I was playing World of Warcraft, right? I used to have that kind of anxiety when I played World of Warcraft. I was like, oh man, so much responsibility. Oh geez. But when I played Final Fantasy XIV, I was just like, ah, fuck it. Just Dark Knight. just Dark Knight things. But I hear a lot of people that don't tank because of that exact feeling, right? Which I do believe that like Final Fantasy... Maybe it's because of my experience, right? Because I hear a lot of people saying that they got like a really bad experience out of like playing with randos, where, you know, they just, you know, have them berate them for doing something wrong or whatever. And for me, I didn't really have that. For me, most of my experience playing with random people, they were all just like the nicest people ever. I've very rarely actually seen, you know, idiots in that game. So like maybe that's just like a me thing, that I never really felt like anybody was like gonna get on my case. Because everybody that I'd seen up to that point was just like so nice, you know? I was just like, you know, I'll just tell them I'm new and everybody's gonna be cool with it. And yeah, everybody was cool with it. So it's just like, I wonder if that's like a thing, right? If people just like, they feel like they don't want to like mess up because other people are gonna scream at them, right? Just did everyone else more and no more than even out. True. True. Yeah, when you're a Sprout, you just go in. That's true. Like, if you're a Sprout and you're tanking, I will keep you alive. I will keep you alive. Do not worry. You will not die, no matter how hard you try to, okay? I will make sure of it. Lulu hasn't done anything yet, I don't think. So, Oren has killed, Kamari has done Jinx, you killed, yeah, we're good. But yeah, if you're a Sprout, everything is forgiven. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get mad at people that have the Sprout thing. Like me, occasionally, I go like, oh man, why is this guy just dying to everything? And then I see the Sprout thing and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, oh, no worries, man. It's so funny. It's like, instantly, as soon as I see the Sprout marker, I'm just like, oh yeah, you know, that makes sense, that checks out. I feel like that's how most people like handle things, right? It's like, oh, why is this guy just dying? God, he sucks. And then they see the Sprout. Oh, never mind. All good. All good, big dog. All good. You tattoo what I say. I play tank almost exclusively. Damn. I always get a healer. Never tried anything else in that game. You guys should try other jobs. They're very fun. I play I've played every single job. Not every single job. Every single role, that is, except for shield healer. I'm thinking of like going Sage to try that out. And also so that I can actually be more flexible when it comes to high-level content. But yeah, it's really it really gives you a perspective on like the other roles, responsibilities, and all that. Because it's like, if I'm playing healer and I'm up with a Dark Knight, I have a general idea of what they do and don't have access to at that level, right? So I know to adjust for like, say, have Shadow Wall, have TBN, that sort of thing. And I also, you know that you have like a bunch of tools to use, like Reprise, like Rampart. That's just global, right? So if somebody is not using those tools, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be thinking, oh shit. I'm gonna be thinking, why aren't you using your Rampart? Thinking emoji. Oh come on, I clicked on that one. That one's really hard. These thunders are really hard to, or these thunderbolts are really hard to dodge. And the same thing goes for like healers. It's like, it just really does help like having a general idea of like what the other jobs do and don't have access to at that point in time, right? Because I've had trials and I've had normal raids where I'm playing as RDM, and there's dead people on the floor, like the healers are dead or whatever, and people are like, RDM res, and it's like a level 60. The raise is like 72 or 60 something. Like I don't have it there. I just don't. Like don't tell me, don't talk to me like that. I don't have the ability you want me to use. Like what am I supposed to do? Just fucking pull it out of thin air. I can't. It's impossible, I'm sorry. So, you know, it does help in those kinds of scenarios to be like, oh yeah, you know, they don't have it. So, you know, I gotta not die instead. Do you do the high difficult content? Yeah, I do. Well, I don't really do it consistently, but I did do the last tier of Savages. I almost cleared P3S. I got to Enrage multiple times, so I didn't like see P4S at all or anything of the sort. I do Extremes, and right now we're progging Ultima with the group. Ultima Weapon Ultimate, that is to say. It's going... Well, I'm not sure if it's going well or bad, but it's fun. It's really fun. We managed to get past Garuda. There's like Garuda, Ifrit, Titan, and then Ultima Weapon itself. We managed to get past Garuda, and then, you know, just die. It's been fun though. I thought it was like really cool because like they have new music for the primals. So like you're fighting the primals, you get to hear like a different version of their theme as they show up, and it's not like it's too terribly difficult. It's just like you really need to have like unison, right, as a team, because that's the difficulty of high level content, right? It's not that it's like stupid hard on an individual level, not necessarily. As long as everybody does what they need to do, then you will win. Of course, makes sense, right? If everybody's doing their job, then everything's gonna go correctly. But the problem is like putting everything together, because you're not machines, you're human people. You know, you're just a real human being. You can't really coordinate at 100%. So if even just one person missteps, that could be very bad. Now you can recover, of course, that's also like part of the difficulty, like, you know, having the clutch muscle to like recover. But yeah, it really just comes down to coordination. Everybody knowing what their, you know, job is and executing it. But yeah, it's really fun, honestly, especially when you're like with a static that doesn't, you know, sweat it too much. It's like, yeah, we want to clear things, but we're not trying to, you know, like berate people for like messing up a shield or messing up reprisal or whatever. It's just, you know, let's have a go at it. Let's try our best week after week and let's clear. I think I want to do super bosses in FFX. Just do a Jimbo them all, kill them legit on PS2. So nowadays just do a Jimbo. Don't you need a shit ton of money for that? Okay, so Yojimbo can't kill everything, but what do you call it? The money, there's a very interesting way that the money system works, and it can start right when you get Yojimbo. It's like, we'll see it when we get there, right? But there's like a number of options you can select, and depending on the option you select, that will right away impact how Yojimbo will use his insta-kill or won't, right? So you can technically keep track of that to get like an easier insta-kill, but usually it does require a lot of money. Not necessarily though, not necessarily always. Sometimes Yojimbo just goes, oh yeah, let me go ahead and kill this goon for you. But yeah, you can grind money as well, like later on in the game. But that's like not something that I actually really remember much. Hopefully I'll get to do that as well. Hopefully I'll get to do that, because yeah, I don't really remember much about like that end game kind of stuff. But yeah, don't worry. If you want to, you can just like go ahead and Yojimbo them. You're the ultimate gamer. People not knowing when other jobs get core abilities. Like, it's fine if you don't know when the level gets what ability, but don't berate me for not having an ability. Ask me if I have it. Okay? Like, if instead of being like, Verraise, if instead they were like, oh, do you not have Verraise yet? I'd be like, oh, no. Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Instead it's just like, a red mage, where's the Verraise? It's like, fucking 4 levels above, my dude. What do you want me to do? Christ. So annoying. Fortunately, those kinds of people are really like far in between. I had the funniest interaction, okay? I had the funniest interaction in Alexander against the Brute Justice. So fucking. So I was with a friend. We were duoing, right, for the dailies, and we got the normal raids Alexander, right, Brute Justice, and
My turn now.
there was this monk in there. Okay, there was this monk. So we were doing Brute Justice, like first phase, no problem. Then he, like, you know, scampers off and summons up the other goons, and then at that point you need like 2 tanks, right? So like at that point the monk like goes on one of the goons that doesn't have a tank yet and starts getting hit by it, right? And they got the aggro for like maybe an auto attack, single auto attack, right? As soon as they get hit, they stop and start typing monk tank lull. And at that point, I'm just like, okay, sure, whatever, fine. Maybe they're just like a jovial fellow. Maybe they're just full of whimsy. Maybe they're just making a joke. No problem, right? Whatever. That doesn't sound like much. You know, that does not sound like much at all whatsoever. Maybe they're just a silly little individual. Yeah, sure, I can take that. Later on, when there's like that little guy that does the tank buster, or not the tank buster, it's like the stack. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's one of the goons does like the double laser beam. And it's a stack, but it doesn't like point out it's a stack. You just like get pointed out for the stack, and you know, if you die, you die. That's usually how I look at that, right? Because it's really hard to deal with that one, honestly. So they get pointed out as like the target, or one of the tanks gets pointed out as the target. I'm not sure, and they're right next to that target. So they get hit by the laser beam and they fucking die. Okay, makes sense. Sorry, it happens. It's just what happens in Alexander. Sometimes get hit by the laser beam and you fucking die, right? It's just Alexander things. The monk types out ... Are you serious? Again? My dude got hit by 1 auto attack and a stack marker, and he lost the plot. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Don't ever let me see you in forward and back, okay? Don't ever let me see you. You're gonna get hit by propeller wind and you're gonna shit yourself. Christ. Who have I used yet? I don't remember who I've used and I haven't. Oh, that was just like the funniest thing. It's like going to it's like, I don't know, fucking going to Hades, failing the mash, dying, everybody else is alive, and you go, I can't believe this happened. My team let me down. It was you! You did it to yourself! What are you talking about? Your team... Oh my god. People are so funny. People are just the funniest thing in the world. What have I done when I have not done? Titus has already attacked, Lauren's already attacked, Little's already attacked, Wyatt's already attacked. I just kind of lost track of what I was doing. Okay, yeah, let's just go with Ixion. Go above and beyond your limits and cast spells that are high level, of course. True. That's what the Warrior of Light would have done. That is true. Dun, 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 dun. Cool MGS Factor, let me think. Let me think of a cool MGS Factor. Cool MGS Factor, that thing is fucking dead. Cool MGS Factor from Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid, Let's go with Metal Gear Solid 3, shall we? Let's go with, oh wow, I was literally on the cutscene trigger, that is so funny. Metal Gear Solid from... Effective from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Stop kidding around.
Yes, ma'am.
Me when a bad bitch tell me to do something.
What's wrong?
Metal Gear Solid 3 Factor, let me think.
You're giving me the creeps.
I'm just not coming up with anything, god. do I have from Metal Gear Solid 3 that I haven't talked about yet? I think I've already talked about the Rykov thing.
I want to go home.
Yeah, I've already
I
talked about
hate
the Rykov
lightning.
thing, so...
I hate thunder. Let's go rest over there, please.
This storm never stops. Better to cross quickly.
Better to cross
I know,
quickly.
but just for a little while.
Well, what now?
Redoing the stream? Yeah. Why wasn't I happy with the last one? I just felt like it wasn't...
Pretty please.
I don't know, like I was
Just
watching
a
it back
few
and I just felt
minutes.
like it was not good at all. Like it was just...
I'm scared of lightning.
I didn't
Let's
like it
rest,
at all, you know?
please. Pretty please.
I don't really know how to put it into words besides just like it wasn't something that I
too
would
young to
watch at all.
die.
Like it was actively detrimental to watch
You're
it.
mean, cruel. Your mom
Often do you watch your own
ashamed
streams
of
back?
you.
Pretty often, honestly. I don't usually watch them all the
I'm
way,
having
but
fun
I do
doing this to
download
me.
every single VOD.
Fine.
And then, you know, compress it so I can save it for later. Because, you know, I might actually have need of it for something. I don't know if I want to make a video or something of the sort. I just keep them saved. So every time that I download one, I just, like, give it a quick cursory glance to, you know, make sure that everything's, like, all good and dandy.
A little tired.
And that helps me get an idea of how the video or how the stream went.
Do you have a room?
It's pretty helpful, honestly. It's,
Ah, Lady
kind of like
Summoner.
reviewing
Yes,
your
just over
replays,
that way.
you know? It's like, how did I
Thank you.
do this time? How was my sound? That's how I knew that my sound was completely borked in that one
It's not
BioShock
like
stream, right? Because I heard it back, and I was like, oh, this is just webcam sound. So yeah, I tend to do it pretty often. Most of the time, usually the streams are like fine. It's not that often that I'm like actually, you know, really happy with a stream.
Yuna looked preoccupied.
But most of the time they're fine. They're not
Was it
usually
because of
bad.
Driscoll?
This one was. So, you know, there you go. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But let me think of the Metal Gear Solid 3 factor while we're here. Let me see. Just give me a moment. So I've already talked about the Rykov thing. I've already talked about the... Oh, have I told you about the Tsuchinoko? It's a very funny thing. I don't know how many people actually know about the Tsuchinoko, but I will go ahead and talk about it. So funny, Metal Gear Solid 3 factor, or cool Metal Gear Solid 3 factor. You can catch a Tsuchinoko, which is a legendary, mythical even, snake from Japanese mythos, or maybe even an urban legend you could call it. Basically, it's just a really fat snake, right? So you can catch it by doing a number of specific things. Doesn't really matter at the moment, but if you catch it, you will get a message from your team that says, "Wow, Snake, you caught a Tsuchinoko. Don't fucking eat it. Bring it back alive." If you do eat it, by the way, it does give you max stamina back, so you know there's something there. But yeah, they just tell you, don't eat it, bring it back. If you manage to carry the Tsuchinoko all the way through the game to the end, you get a special title for it. I don't think you actually get anything for that, like you don't get any gear or anything of the sort, but it is a special title that you get. And I do believe it gives you an achievement in the HD collection version of the game. Plus it's just fun, you know?
It's not easy being a guardian to a summoner so
Plus
young.
it's just fun to do. I remember when I did it when I was younger. I was like reading up on the guides and it's like
Not resting.
the
Go
Tsuchinoko,
away.
and I'm like, what? What's the Tsuchinoko? How do I do this?
Are you that
It
scared?
was so fun. It's not that easy
When I
either.
was little, a fiend attacked me
I was
while
talking about
swimming
how
at
you
the
need to do
beach.
specific things for it. I
My
think there's
brother tried to beat it
other
back with a
ways,
spell.
but the one that I remember is you need to drag Ocelot
But he missed
during
and hit me instead.
Virtuous Mission, like after the
It was a
cutscene where you knock him
thunder
out.
spell.
Drag him, he'll drop a mousetrap. Get that mousetrap,
Ouch.
set it up on
I've been
a
scared of lightning
place
ever since.
around, right? Then when you're back for
But
you know
it can
the
be
actual mission,
effective.
you can grab that mousetrap back up.
Magic
to capture
is
the Tsuchinoko.
effective against marine
Then later in the
fiends.
game, you'll lose the Tsuchinoko,
My
but you can
brother said
find
that
it
too.
just before you rendezvous with Eva. There, you
You
can
should
capture
learn
it
some
again,
spells too.
and now you can carry it through the entirety of the game. So it's a bit complicated, not too much, but a bit complicated.
Maybe later.
Plus, it does take a while until it captures, until the
Nice
mousetrap
to
does
see you
capture
again.
Tsuchinoko.
Welcome to
It's
the
a
Rin
bit hard to
Travel
do.
Agency.
It's, I think, actually based on, you know, just luck. So, you know, you do have to like be a bit persistent and lucky with it, and know where to plant the mousetrap. Like that's the #1 thing.
I wonder what's wrong with Yuna.
True.
Don't tell Riku, but we leave as soon as Yuna's
How's it
better.
taste? Good question.
I've been scared of lightning ever since.
Probably really, really good. It's funny that like
How goes
Paramedic
your
has
study
like
of our language?
Paramedic has like so many
That is good to hear.
what do you call it?
Allow
So many
me to
codec
present you
calls
with this
where she
book
basically
for
just
your
goes,
study.
"Oh, the book says it tastes like this, says it tastes like that." For the most part, it is correct, but I remember there's a codec call that
I
you can
wonder,
get because a
Would that be
specific
Sir Orin by any
food
chance?
that she says the guy told her tastes pretty good is actually garbage. So like you can get the food, call Paramedic, she'll tell you, "Oh, the guy says it tastes really good." Eat the food, tastes like shit, call Paramedic again, Snake is like, "Paramedic, your guide is wrong and I hate it."
As
The
I
codec in
thought.
that game is so good.
I've been
It really
wondering
is.
since I saw him at the Mihen High Road branch.
I'm so sad they dealt away with it. It made sense for Peace Walker. It really
Sir
did.
Orin,
Because
I wonder if you remember me.
this is like that
10
thing
years ago,
that I
at
think
the
we've talked
beginning
about a
of
few
Lord
times,
Braska's
right?
calm.
Yes,
where
I should thank you.
Not at all.
here's the
Could
thing,
not
right?
leave a wounded man to die.
Games are developed with
However, I was surprised
certain
when I saw you gone
principles
the next morning
when they're
with that
developed
wound.
for a handheld console,
An ordinary
right?
man would not have been able to walk.
Like, you wouldn't exactly put
I'd rather
a
drop that
game
subject
like
right
this on the handheld console because
As you
of just
wish.
how do I put it? There's a difference between sitting down and playing a game for hours on end and picking up a console, you know, just getting off your pocket and playing it for like 30 minutes at a time when you're on the bus or something like that, right? That's the kind of philosophy that a lot of games were designed with back then for the PSP and such like that. So Peace Walker was designed with that philosophy as well. Actually, it kind of just borrowed that philosophy from Portable Ops, which did the mission-based thing first, but, you know, whatever. So it has, like, the mission-based stuff, right? And the codec, I mean, the codec goes on for a long, it's very much so, like, just, you know, branded into the DNA of the series. Like, you can't have Metal Gear without the codec, or so you'd think. Anyway, but the thing is, having a codec as extensive as Metal Gear Solid 3s or Metal Gear Solid 2s, or any Metal Gear Solid for that matter, on the PSP might, you know, just take up too much time. I mean, people are going to be playing the game, not, you know, listening to the codec. So having it as cassette tapes, now that is genius. Because then people can take their time to listen to it at their leisure. Yeah? That is wonderful. However, that's fucking stupid for Phantom Pain. Because that game's not a portable game. That's a console game. That's just a straight up, that's a console game, my friend. You, bad. Really bad. Not to mention the mission structure of it.
Mr. Seymour and his entourage passed by.
Terrible even.
And
Just
the
the worst.
maester is to be married soon.
Excuse me, where did you hear that?
Where did you hear that?
The Guado are telling everyone.
A little
Oh, they
wrong.
are they?
Have I seen Shalinda? I wonder if I missed Shalinda, or if I haven't talked to her yet. I think I haven't talked to her. Yeah, probably. Not sure. Anyway, Wait, am I stupid? I think I might have missed Shalinda. Well, we'll just go back and meet her. That's fine, no worries. It should be okay. God, it is getting hot in here. What the heck? I just stuck to the right side so much that I didn't even see her. But yeah, anyway, more of me just disliking Phantom Pain's mission-based gameplay because it just does not... Come on, man. Like, yeah, sure, it worked for Portable Ops and it worked for Peace Walker because, yeah, they're portable games. They're not...
Yes?
They're not, you know... console games where you can afford to have a long, just a regular game, right? And honestly, if you ask me, just Phantom Pain really suffered from it. It really did.
I just
Like they really tried putting it all together with the open world, and it's like, sure, I guess it's fun traversing through it and all that, but I just really want to, you know, have something like Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 and 1 and 4 even, you know, just instead of having to, you know, retread old ground over and over again, doing the same missions over and over again.
Jisco Guado
It's
guy?
not fun. It's just not fun at all. Is the best boss in Metal Gear Solid is the President Armstrong? Ooh, no. Not even close. The best boss in Metal Gear Solid would be... That's a hard one, actually.
It says, take care
It's
of
probably
my
one
son.
of threes, though. It's probably one of threes. Like, Armstrong is a really good one. It's a very bombastic, explosive climax.
Seymour?
It's very fun, and it does tie in with the themes of the game all at the end, for sure.
I know one way
But
to take care of him.
the end, now that's a boss
I'm
fight.
sorry.
It's the exact polar opposite of Armstrong as well. It's so fun. And if you ask me, the boss is also like a very, very good boss fight that does the exact same thing that I just said for Armstrong, minus the bombastic and explosive climax. It's just, you know, more self-contained, but it does tie in perfectly with, you know, the game's overarching themes.
Yuna was acting funny.
What are the game's overarching themes?
She's ready, so
Politicians suck, I guess.
your chocobos till then. Yeah.
Wait, that's also the overarching themes of Metal Gear Rising. Holy shit, no way. Yeah, Armstrong's fight has great humor. See, the thing about Metal Gear Rising that I like a lot is that it is, at heart, at core, a Metal Gear game, right? Like, I just don't get that out of Metal Gear Rising, you know? I mean, not Metal Gear Rising, Metal Gear Solid 5. I just
Whatever
don't
happens,
get
it's still
that
you
out
as
of it.
Guardians.
I really, really don't.
I know how you feel.
It's just too stiff. It just takes itself too seriously most of the time.
All right.
And even when it throws in a few jokes at you, it's good, but it's just not enough. It's like a 90-10 to, you know, seriousness and lightheartedness.
If it's okay
Like it's
with
really
Riku, shall we
cool
go?
when you unlock the series of cassette tapes that talk about like Miller's Burgers. That's like
She's not going to move
primo
unless we
Metal
do
Gear
something.
right there, right? But for like 90% of the game, it's just like, boss, we need to kill Skullface. I fucking hate that guy. Also Huey, because, you know,
not stopping,
I hate Huey
is
too.
Don't tell me you were hoping
That's
it would.
like just not, you know?
Fine, stay here.
Dun, 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 dun. That's what I think really, really did it in for me for Metal Gear Solid 5. Because, like, the gameplay is good,
You didn't have to say
right?
it like that, you know.
I don't like the mission-based stuff, and the open world
You
is
could
like,
be more
eh.
comforting or something.
But, you know, fine, cool. But
You know,
the
try to cheer me
storytelling
up.
is just
Just
so
don't get me at all.
there. You know?
Hey, are you listening?
There's just not enough character to go around at all. Skullface is a non-character even. Like the guy, your supposed villain for the entire game, I don't care about him. The game doesn't make me care about him. Besides, like, you know, oh, Skullface is really bad because he killed a lot of people you care for. It's like, but who is he? Who is Skullface? What has he done? Like, why do I actually care about him, you know? The game doesn't do anything about that. It just doesn't. Until, like, the end of the game where it's like, oh, Skullface is this and that, and blah, 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 blah. And at that point, it's just like, well, yeah, okay, I guess, but, you know, you could have, like, you know, given me that along the game. You really could have. I just, at this point, I really don't give a shit anymore. Always wondering if disagreeing with the author or creator makes sense about how the world should be. You mean like, okay, hold on. Do you mean like, disagreeing about how the world in a given series should be? If it makes sense to disagree with the creator on that? I mean, I think it does. Because at the end of the day, like, you can't really say something that goes against. You can't really say something like, say, I don't know, if the creator says that the character, I don't know, likes fruit, you can't just say that the character doesn't like fruit, right? That's like something you can't really go against. But you can say things like, but should the character like fruit? In this case, like, does it make sense with everything else that we know about the character? Does it make sense for them to be like this? I think that is like a healthy, you know, part of enjoying a given series. Giving your own take on things, right? It's just being like, well, you know, I know that it is like this, but what if it was like that, right? That's not even necessarily disagreeing, actually. It's just, you know, giving your own opinion on things. I think that is a good, healthy thing, yeah. Like J.R.R. Martin can decide how the story will go on his own. Nobody has the right to say that's not the right way, and it's his story. Yeah, that's like, I mean, it's his story, so it is like, technically that would be the right way, but you can like, you can definitely, like, you know, poke at, like, well, what if it happened this way? Would it have been better? You can't really reach a conclusive decision because at the end of the day, you're not the creator, right? But I think it is a fun part of doing it, as long as you're doing it, like, respectfully, right? As long as you're doing it respectfully. I just think it was a fucking mistake to, you know, go open world and mission based. I'm just saying that, you know, I just think it was a fucking mistake to get rid of Kodak, you know, I'm just saying, but respectfully, though. But respectfully, though. I just don't think it fits with Metal Gear, you know. I really don't. I really don't. Boy. It's just, you know. But respectfully, you know. Just respectfully. I think it was dumb as hell, but respectfully. I mean, I know that I'm not alone in thinking like this. I know for a fact that I'm not alone in this at all. I know there's plenty of people that share this point of view. Doesn't make it right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they know, oh, there's people that think like this, therefore I am correct. I'm just saying that there are definitely more people that think the way that I do as well, right? That the game should have stayed, or not stayed, rather the game shouldn't have gone into like an open world mission based sort of gameplay. That it would have done better to like just be its own contained kind of thing. Because it's not like I'm just like, you know, throwing this out because I think it would be better without any kind of reasoning behind it. You know? It's when you have an open world game, that does drastically limit your storytelling capabilities. Because now, I mean, you just have like the open world, right? Whereas if you can craft like a dedicated, say, you know how there's like the quiet place, right? The place where you fight against quiet, right? That's like the one place with like a lot of detail and thought put into it because it's like meant to be a boss arena, right? But then it's scattered off like so many places that don't matter at all. It's just like base after base after base of just this same bullshit. You know what I mean? There's like these very few spots that are meant to, you know, have something done with it, that are meaningful, yeah? And then I just have like empty nothing in between. And that is so terrible. Because now I have to like just go across all of this bullshit that I don't care for to get to the spots that I actually do care for, where things can actually happen, because it's where, you know, things were meant to happen. Right? Like, it works in some places, but in others it's just like, ugh. You know? I really don't want to sound like I'm just, you know, complaining for the sake of complaining. It's just that, I just don't care, you know? I just don't care about seeing, like, base number 577, where there's, like, 4 goons that I can capture, and one of them has, like, an S+ ranking or something like that. Because that's just not Metal Gear for me. That's just not. Anyway, that's my take. That's my very base take. Feel free to disagree with it, but you will be wrong. Have I stolen with Riku? I don't know if I've stolen with Riku. Tidus is already attack, Walk is already attack. I'm gonna go with Riku. I think I haven't used her yet. Defend. Okay, good. Steal. Good. And then I can just kill with blue. But yeah, that is like that is a good point you do raise. If it is like correct for people to like disagree with the way the author does things. I mean, I don't think there's like necessarily a right or wrong in that regard. I just think as long as you keep everything, you know, polite and once again respectful. I know that I'm saying that a lot, but it really is what I mean to say. Okay, I am going to. Am I stupid? Did I run past Shalinda? Am I dumb? Give me a second. I'm legitimately gonna watch my last VOD. See, this is why I download my VODs, because then I can just like look them up for these kinds of scenarios. Did I run past her? Am I stupid? This has actually helped me more times than you'd figure it did. It has actually like helped me so much. It's ridiculous. Dun, 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 dun. There's a lot of combat going on. Okay, now I see her. I think you would be pissed too if someone thinks you would finish your own story better than you did. Like some people complain about the Attack on Titan finale. That's always gonna happen though. That's the thing. That will always happen. You will never have people, because the thing is, it's just part of human nature. It's just how you read a book, right? You read a book and you picture it in your mind. Then there's a movie adaptation. And the movie adaptation doesn't compare to what you thought up in your own mind, right? It's just that exact same kind of thing. Like, there's always going to be someone that says like, oh, it would have been better if it went like this, right? It would have been, you know, way better if it had done, you know, like this. Because everybody has their own take on things. And I mean, you know, some people can, you know, just talk and what do you call it? There's like definitely like a bunch of people that don't really have any idea behind what they're saying besides just I would have liked it better this way, right? That's why I always try to, you know, argue with like a point as to why I think it would have been better if it was done this way, right? It doesn't necessarily mean I'm correct, because of, once again, you know, everybody has their own opinion. But I think it is a good thing to, you know, do that. To be like, okay, but what if it was this way, right? What if it was like that? Because that's where ideas come from, isn't it? I mean, fucking... I don't know how this is the first thing that comes to mind, but Twilight... Didn't Twilight start off as like some Harry Potter fanfiction or something of the sort? I'm not saying that, you know... I'm not saying Twilight is a good thing, but like, you see what I mean, right? It's like somebody that wants to do their own thing, and then they go ahead and say, you know, I am gonna do my own thing, right? I am gonna do my own thing. I think that the idea behind it is a good thing, right? Saying, but what if it was done like this? But it's not done like that, so I will go ahead and do it like that, and see what comes out of it, right? Sometimes it's shit, sometimes it's garbage, for sure. But sometimes it's good as well, right? Sometimes good as well. That kind of notion of, you know, wanting to change something, of wanting to create something your way, is definitely a good thing. I am rambling like crazy, by the way. I am rambling like crazy. Pokemon fan games. Okay, listen. Pokemon fan games, I just gotta say, if your Pokemon fan game features adult and mature themes such as Pokemon kill people or you kill Pokemon, I just have to say that it's been done. It's been done to death. Please do something else. Please, God, I'm begging you, do something else. Oh, it's Pokemon, but it has guns, and you kill Pokemon instead. Wow, that's... Haven't seen that one before. So innovative. Wow, so edgy. Risk-taking. No way. There's so many Pokemon fan games that are just that. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is with Pokemon. Well, it's not really even just Pokemon. It's like, I guess it's like children's series, right? Like games that are aimed towards children or series that are aimed towards children just draw in the people that go like, but what if they kill each other? I really don't know why. I really don't know why. There's just a lot of people look at something innocent and say, but what if it wasn't? What if it was fucked up? What if it was messed up? And it's like, I guess more power to you, but at some point it starts to saturate, you know? At some point it starts to be overdone. I've already gotten everything here, right? Yeah, okay. Excuse me. But yeah, that is a good example. There's some really good fan games out there as well, though. Some really good ones. Perhaps they're just edgy. You know what? That might be true. Perhaps they're just like on their edgy phase where they think that like blood and killing is mature and saying fucks. I'm cool because fuck me. I got my ass beat. Brian posting shit, I got my ass beat in the QRTs. Edgy but lazy. I see. I feel that. Maybe I should like just flee from these fights, by the way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna flee from these fights because I'm just like making my way back to Shalenda. I should have already gone to Shalenda, so you know, I'm just gonna flee. I don't believe anybody's gonna like take any offense of that, so you know. I'm just making my way downtown. No! Shalenda's no longer here! No! Wah! Why God have you punished me like this? No! I'm offended because you missed her. It's okay. I got a special trick up my sleeve. I have a special trick up my sleevey sleeve. Don't you worry. It's fine. I've managed to complete the goal that I wanted to complete. Technically, kind of very technically. You know, wait. I'm stupid, aren't I? I'm just a little silly Billy. Well, I guess I wasn't thinking about doing this back then, so you know. Don't worry, just talking to myself. Just streamer man talking to the voices again. They've returned. I need to take the pills or else, you know. Or else, you know, they just return. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, none, okay? Don't worry about it, none. God, the controller seems to be working fine, by the way. I was talking about it on Twitter, but so I was setting up like a meeting like with somebody to like get 2 new controllers, because you know this one's like just completely like half destroyed and just does not work at all, pretty much. It didn't work out, so you know what I ended up instead doing was completely dismantling the controller, taking it apart, cleaning up the insides, cleaning pretty much everything, including like the circuit strips, you know. Just did all of that, and it seems like it's working really good now. Yeah, I mean, it might just be that I'm not, you know, pushing it too much because, like I said, the RPGs aren't really the games that actually make the controller, you know, act out loud a whack. But I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic about the current state of events. Which game would interest you more? One game that follows Braska's journey, or one that follows Yunalesca's? Fuck. That's a good question. Braska or Yunalesca? Okay, so just as like a refresher, Yunalesca is like the first summoner. We saw her in like Seymour's mansion. She was there with her husband or whatever, Lord Zayon. What's his name? And then Braska is just Yuna's father. I mean, I'm thinking about it, and I don't know if I want to see either of those, I gotta be honest. Because, like, through the game's progress, we are going to be seeing more of Lord Braska's journey, right? And I think that, to me, is enough. We hear of it from Orin, and later on we will unlock something that lets us, see more of his journey. And Unalesca's, I mean, we're gonna learn about Unalesca later on as well, and I don't think there's enough there. I really don't. But honestly, I don't really want to continue the story of Tidus and Yuna either, because like 10-2 was already kind of unnecessary, if you ask me. It was good. At the end of the day, it was good. But I do think it wasn't needed, not necessarily. And there's like talk of a 10-3, which, please God, just stop. Just fucking stop already. Just stop, please. So the only way we could go is like a prequel if they were to make a new game. But what then? One of the other summoners? I don't think there's like enough like meat there that we couldn't already get here. At that point, it would just be another game set in Spira instead of a Final Fantasy X something or other. I don't know. I really, really don't know. Maybe there is something to like squeeze from like Vraska's journey if we were to like play it from Jecht's perspective. I guess that would be kind of cool if we were to get like more perspective on Jecht, because he is a pretty complex character. He is a pretty complex character. He's a shitty dad that is just he's awful. He's an awful dad, honestly. But
Wait.
From what we've seen recently, it seems like he did actually care about Tidus.
I have something to tell you.
So looking at things from that perspective, might be interesting.
Let's go.
I have to say it now.
Oh. I have to say it now.
Over there.
There we go. Did you guys know that the Thunder Plains are actually in Final Fantasy XIV, by the way? Since we were talking about them just a while ago. He did catch a pretty big fish, one big enough to teleport him into the future. True. He went out fishing one day and all of a sudden, boom, here he is. That would be insane, actually. Then again, that happened to, well, I guess in Tidus' case, it was more like the fish caught him, so
Somehow, my bad feelings.
But yeah, the
always
Thunder
come
Plains
true.
are in Final Fantasy XIV. They're in Eden when you fight against Ramuh, which doesn't make sense to me.
I've
Because
decided to marry.
Ramuh
I thought
isn't
so.
in this game, and Eden is about Final Fantasy VIII. But Ramuh does have like Ixion with him, so I guess that's why they put the Thunder Plains in. Not sure.
For Spira's
But like,
future.
you can even like
and
see
Yevon's
this,
unity.
where we're under right now.
I thought it would be
This shelter,
the best
we can
thing
see it
to
in
do.
Final Fantasy XIV and
That's
everything.
not good enough.
It's kind of crazy.
Wait, is it? Is it
Does
because
Odin
of
not ride
Lord
Ixion too?
Disco?
No, not at all. Odin rides
Hey,
Sleipnir,
that's fair.
same as always. Same as always, it's Sleipnir.
Show me.
I can't.
Show me.
I must speak to Maester Seymour first. I
Very
truly
well.
am sorry, but it is a personal matter.
This is my Final Fantasy X
You're
too.
kidding, huh?
As you wish.
Oh, speaking of
Just
Odin,
One thing.
this is very tangentially relevant,
quit
but it
my
is
pilgrimage.
relevant. I'm thinking of
Then it
doing the
is
Baldesion Arsenal.
fine.
Thinking
Wait
of
a
doing
minute, Warren.
Baldesion Arsenal.
You don't care?
If you don't know what
I mean, you're not
Baldesion
gonna
Arsenal
stop her?
is, it's where you get to fight against
No, I'm not.
Ozma.
As long as she
And
is
you get
willing
to,
face sin,
unlock
all
Ozma
else
as a
is her
mount.
concern. That is a summoner's
I
privilege.
really want
as
that.
long
I
as
really,
she
really want it.
journeys.
Eureka is such a pain, but it's worth it in the end, It really is.
But
I want to ride
that's-
Ozma. Little too sleepy to worry. He's sleepy. You should have yourself a little bit of a rest, my friend.
Yuna, just one question.
Just one question.
Can't you just talk to Maester Seymour?
Mm-mm.
You got to marry him?
I love Wakka in this game.
Don't know,
He's such a...
but I think it is the right thing
When
to
he's not
do.
talking about the all bed, He's such a
Yeah,
guy.
I guess.
He's just a silly.
Uni.
Shut up, you. Oh, never mind. That's not what she says.
I wish we could help somehow.
I'm really glad they put
Some
Ixion
way.
in the game, but... You know what's
It's
lame?
okay. I'll be fine.
There's not really that much Final Fantasy X representation in the game.
She
like
says I'm sorry.
proper
He
Final
says
Fantasy X
it's
representation.
fine. She's willing to face sin. She's
Like,
privileged.
maybe I shouldn't talk about this because a lot of it is
I didn't
spoilers, so
understand.
I guess I'll just
But somehow,
refrain.
I felt like I didn't belong. But if I didn't belong with them, I'd be stuck in Spira, alone.
Damn, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I'll
And
refrain
being
from
alone
talking
in
about
that
it. It's just that
place,
there's a
well,
lot of
I
Final
didn't
Fantasy
want to
10
think
and
about it.
14, but it's not like it's not good
Next,
enough.
we're going to
No?
Makalania Temple.
There's Ixion, but he's just like a
Yuna
fate.
can
There's
talk with
Yojimbo,
Seymour
but
there.
nah.
We Guardians will wait until they're done and plan our next move.
Well.
Understood.
Oh well. Maybe they'll add some more stuff in the future. There's some stuff over here. Grab. Paint ether. Preemptive strike. I'm running away. But yeah, anyway, play Final Fantasy 14, please and thank you. Join Crystal Diabolos and I will give you 1,000,000 gil. Actually, I'll not give you 1,000,000 gil. I'll give you 100,000 gil. That should be more than enough to set you on your way. More than enough. It's really funny to me, actually. Oh, wow, why is the screen so blurry? Why is the screen so blurry? Wait, what happened there? What in the world? Interesting. But yeah, it's so funny to me when you have like somebody leveling up their character and like they started, say, just a few months ago maybe, or maybe they don't play that much, and they have like just a couple thousand in the bank and they think it's a lot of money, and then like we're just casually, oh yeah, I'll drop you 1,000,000. They're like, what? No way. And it's like, that's not really that much, you know. It is a bit, but it's not really that much. That's happened like at least like twice recently. That we were just like talking with new people, and it's like, oh, how much money is that? It's like, oh, it's 300,000. Okay, I'll buy it for you. It's not that much. And it's like, what? It's more than what I have. Oh, what do you mean it's not that much? You could add Sin as a dungeon. I don't know if I see. Here's the thing. What I want out of the Final Fantasy 14 references is something that doesn't go in too deep, but at the same time is a good representation of the game, right? Like let's say, a trial for one of the non-story relevant bosses, for example. That would be cool, right? Like how you get to fight, say, you get to fight, in Trial you get to like fight Shinryu, right? And that's like a recurring boss in Final Fantasy. You get to fight against Omega, that's a recurring boss. You get to fight against Ultima, that's a recurring boss. But they're not like really tied into any story. Because like once that happens, I feel like it becomes a little bit weird. You know? It's like, but they're from this story. Why are we tying them this much into
You're
this?
worried about Yuna.
I'm very picky. I guess you can
Of course I'm
tell.
worried about her.
It's like, oh, I want proper representation, but
What
not
is
like
she
that.
thinking?
My way.
The simplest
I
answer.
realize that is very picky.
In
but,
exchange
yeah.
for agreeing to marry him,
What can I do? That's just how I am.
she hopes to negotiate with Seymour.
I would like to see something though. That would
Negotiate
be.
what?
I wonder.
What if they make that the next deep dungeon? Just go
What?
inside
All by
Sin.
herself?
Or Zanarkand! No, wait, that would be bad. If they added Zanarkand to Final
She's
Fantasy 14,
strong,
that would add more
but
questions.
Seymour is the better negotiator.
Is there
Well
anything they
then,
could
why
add
don't we do
as a
something
deep
about
dungeon from like Final Fantasy X? Maybe the Omega
Yuna
ruins,
wants
that
it
would be
this
cool.
way.
Or maybe one of these areas like the Makalena
I
Forest.
just don't get it. Doesn't
Hmm.
she trust us?
1,000-year-old
On the
Zanarkand might be
contrary.
nice. It might be. It
She
could be
doesn't want
something
us
cool,
caught
yeah.
up in whatever it is she's planning.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I thought. But that makes me worry even more. She could just tell us.
True. Fellas, you ever just tell somebody something?
That's the way she is.
You ever just like tell people something?
She's naive.
It's pretty handy
serious
dandy.
to a fault, and
Sometimes when you don't
doesn't
know
ask
what to
for
do,
help.
you can just like tell people things. Can't see me, but I'm like doing a thumbs
You're
up.
probably right.
I should like get a proper model so I can
Yuna's
actually.
easy to read.
I think about it sometimes. That like I just
she
have
is.
like this face.
But hard to
I mean,
guard.
this is how I look like in real life, by the way.
Stand
This
by
is
her.
this is actually just like a photograph for me. I'm just doxing myself on stream right now. But I only have the one face and I can't do any more expressions, and I feel like that's like a thing that I would like to do, you know? Imagine plotting anime when people just told everything from the beginning. Yes, there's
Sorry.
rom-coms would not exist if that was the case.
It's funny how calm I was.
God.
Maybe it was because I'd realized that Yuna wasn't marrying Seymour for love.
Not really.
Not really. It was just her duty. Something she had to do before returning to her pilgrimage. That's what I kept telling myself anyway. And well, maybe. I realized that Yuna and I'd never, you know.
Wouldn't matter. Why is that?
Let's go.
MC will be so dancey, won't understand girl loves him. Yeah, true. That's usually what happens. There's also like that kind of trope. There's this manga that I remember reading a while ago. There was basically just a bunch of short stories that were about like... It was about like those kinds of situations and scenarios where people... Okay, so we're at Macalania Woods, by the way. Macalania Woods, not Macalania. Macalania Woods. I really was calling it Macalania, huh? Oh no, I've been infected. Yeah, we're at Macalania Woods, so I'm loading the save that I had from before. I didn't even think about doing this, that's why I was doing all the fights, but then it occurred to me that I could just do that instead. I'm sorry for wasting all this time. I'm sorry, I could have just ran away from all the fights. I'm bad at streaming. My apologies. But anyway, there's a manga that I remember reading where it was basically those kinds of scenarios where it's like, I don't know, somebody like lends a pencil to somebody else, and then they have like that scenario where it's like, it's not like I lent you the pencil because I like you or something, some kind of dumb scenario like that, right? And then the other character just goes, oh, that would be really good though, because I actually do love you, like for real, I just love you so much. Like they just put it out all, like just put it out there, you know, without any space for doubt. They just like say, oh yeah, no, I'm actually like seriously in love with you though. Oh,
Lady Yuna, it is good
Lucille.
to see you made it through safely.
How you guys doing?
And
where's
if
Class
I
go?
may, congratulations on your betrothal.
Blah.
Maester Seymour's people are expecting you.
Shut the hub.
Take that road to go to Macalania Temple.
Shut the hub. Please and thank you. It only took you 2 hours to rush through it. Well, it took me less than before though. Oh man. Okay, I got enough like levels to actually just... I really was rushing through things last time, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Who died during the Miyan offensive? Luzu. The redheaded. I didn't know that he could actually make it so that Gata was the one who died. That was news to me. Until like just a few months ago, I think. I was looking through, I think... Yeah, I was looking through videos on YouTube because I was trying to find a video of the Miyan operation in Japanese, because that part goes hard in Japanese, like it goes crazy hard in Japanese. I was trying to look for it, but then I saw that the guy had Gata dead, and I'm like, what? You can do that? So I just went and looked it up on a wiki, and I'm like, oh wow, you can, you decide their fate. That's crazy. I guess I never really told Gata to go into the front lines, huh? Because I'm such a cool guy like that. I just doomed somebody else to death. How do I make both of them die? You can't. You cannot. You can only make one of them die. Apparently, if you do like 100% speedrun, they have it so that you have to make Gata die, because that is something that requires an action. Therefore, it would be more completed than if you didn't do anything. Which does make some sort of sense, yeah. It does make some sort of sense. Anyway, we're at like one of the best tracks in the game, so you know. God, I love this music so much. Let me see. Where am I going? I can't believe Gambit plays this game with music off. Are you kidding me? You beast, you animal. I cannot believe you. What is wrong with you? Oh man, another Metal Gear Solid factor. God, we're getting lots of them today, huh? You got me really wants to know about Metal Gear Solid. Let me see, another cool Metal Gear Solid factor. I don't know if I've already talked about this one, but since I was on Metal Gear Solid 3 just recently, I guess I might as well go back to it. In Metal Gear Solid 3, in the last fight against the final boss, you can actually look around in the trees that are around the arena and find 3 white snakes that are named, I think, Solid, Liquid, and Solidus, in, you know, reference of the 3 snakes from the series. It's really cool. It's they're just like hanging around, and you could actually just like capture them up. Very, very nice stuff. I always like when there's like that kind of sort of, you know, hidden kind of thingy with games. It's like you don't need to find it. Hell, you might not even find it like at all. Like maybe you're not expected to, but it is there, and that adds a lot to it. That adds a hell of a lot to it. Let's go ahead and give ourselves Silent Sword, because I don't think we need to worry about stone anymore. Still speed, don't need that. Silence and Poison Ward, I'll take that. Yes, yes, yes. Can you eat those too and become Snake Eater? Yes. Yes, yes you can. Maybe there is an achievement for that. Eat the snakes, and it's just like Snake Eater. I'm listening to the game music now, watching the stream. That is good. I mean, I would hope so, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear me. Although there are those, what do you call it? There are those, oh, what is it? It's like those, if I remember the words ever, you know? Those badges, I guess, like stream badges, that are just like,
watch duty at the temple at least until the wedding's done.
You know, user not watching, user not listening, that kind of thing.
We've received several reports of summoners disappearing.
I didn't know you could just like.
Please be careful, my lady.
I didn't know you could have both of those badges on. Like I'm not watching and I'm not listening.
You should hurry to the temple in Macalania.
That's what I'm gonna see Gambit wear one of these days. Just one of those badges that says I'm not listening. Chad. We need an AI that can detect your voice on the game sound, just selectively mute the game sound. I think that could probably be feasible, yeah. That could most definitely be feasible, I believe. It would be just like one of those auto, like those noise sensitive, what do you call it? Those ones that just like go automatically and remove the noise from the background, right? Like what Discord uses. But those are really garbage, that's the thing. Like those are super trash. What is... Oh, okay, it's just the camera being weird.
Everyone, focus on the enemy.
Ice enemies, got it. So I definitely shouldn't have brought an ice ball, is what I'm trying to... is what I'm seeing here. But yeah, like Discord's like noise cancellation technology is garbo. Like it cancels pretty much everything from, you know, your voice to you laughing to you clapping. It does cancel like the actual noise, like I don't know, you hitting your arcade stick. It does work on that, but it cancels so much more. It's so trash. I guess beggars can't be choosers though. Oh fuck, right. Just go ahead and fire it up. Here you go.
Don't look so shocked.
Shut the fuck up. Don't look so shocked. Reading is big comp. That is true. That is true. Okay, Lulu is about to die, so... you need to die, though. Oh, come on, dude! Ugh. Fine. You're gonna be like that, I guess I can always just kill you with, like, I don't know, magic or something. Nice! That's a lot of healing that I got there. Let's go ahead and use Riku. Riku should be able to kill this guy. She's speedy. Nice. No damage whatsoever, but that's fine. I don't need damage to deal with that going. Thanks for the MJ's practice. Past 1 AM and I need to sleep. Yeah. Go ahead and have yourself a snooze. Thank you for showing up, and appreciate you staying here. Have yourself a good old snoozer. Right, it's like one of the most useless skills. I mean, it's not necessarily useless, but you do get like a shit ton of MP with Yuna. It's like you can use it, but you don't really need to, you know? I've healed, I've used magic, I've used Kimahri to attack. I don't think I've used Waka yet, though. Let me just make sure that I use everybody, though. Go, go, go! I like how Waka's skill casting animation is him, like, pointing at his head, and then, like, bah! It's like he's trying to, you know, really focus to cast the spell. Okay, sorry about that. Let me see. I've done this, I've done this. Yeah, Kimahri. You can go ahead and do the thing. None of these guys have abilities, by the way. Like, none of them have abilities. Kimahri's Lancet is a really cool mechanic, but the problem is that the way that it's set up, it would be too powerful if it was too usable, right? Because the first time that you get a new overdrive, you get like, well, an overdrive, right? You just get a free usage of it. It's like, imagine if you could get like overdrives like just willy-nilly by getting, you know, new abilities from everybody. I guess that's why they made it so that he only has like a handful of them. That's lame is the thing. Like, you want a blue mage to be able to use like plenty of spells. Instead, Kimahri has like fire breath, stone breath, I don't know, something like that. Let me just make sure that I'm not like missing out on Lancet stuff though. I should have like Lancet and the Albed primers like always open. Oh, I want to talk to you. Maester Seymour awaits. Please hurry to Macalania Temple. Oh, these are like Seymour's goons, I see. I get you, I get you, I get you. Where is the Rosso Rage? There we go. Stone Breath, Aqua Breath. Because there's like a bunch of skills that you can get from, what do you call it? Only a handful of enemies, right? And I don't remember them all. I really don't remember them all. God. But I think there will be like a period or a point in time where I can actually just go ahead and grab, I can grab like a bunch of them from just like one enemy. So I guess I shouldn't worry too much, you know? I guess I shouldn't worry too much. Anyway, let's hurry on ahead to Macalania Temple, and not Macalena like I was calling it. Oh. You're from the beginning of the game. Occasionally succumbs to darkness. Well, you'll succumb to darkness right now. Wait. Oh, that actually worked. I was not expecting it to work, actually. Man does thing and it actually works. Oh, I was not expecting it. I did not foresee that. Oh, let me go ahead and steal from it. You have grenades. At the beginning of the game, this goon had grenades. He has like potions now. Shake my head. Shake my head. Tidus. Since he has Warrior, he might get his overdrive soon. There we go. You can probably finish it off with his overdrive as well. I'll just, yeah, reflex. Ooh, that's a really cool animation. You know, the thing about like playing this game on an emulator is that it makes it so much easier to actually stream it because I don't need, you know, I don't need like a cable connection to like make my cables, you know, from RGB to HDMI. I don't need like a capture card to actually be able to capture the video. I don't need any of that, right? But you don't understand how good this game actually looks on a PS2. You don't understand how good it actually looks. It's crazy good on an actual console. And that's like the thing that I always try to remind people of, is that the games look so much better on their actual consoles. It's insane, the difference. Okay, I already did this. He already stole. Horan already got his thingy and Kimahri as well. You're dead. There we go. I wonder when I'm getting like my next overdrive though. Because Tidus gets overdrives by using overdrives, right? So soon I should be getting a new one, hopefully. Ability Sphere, Tanra, Give me 2,000 gil, nice. Let me just take a quick look, just I guess I'm gonna keep doing things like I was doing before, where I'm just gonna be not really putting that many points if I'm not getting anything that big. Like I would put another point if it got me Shell. It doesn't though, it just gets me, you know, just gets me Magic 4. That's fine, I guess. It's okay, doesn't. Bio this soon. Bio is actually like a really powerful ability in this game, because poison deals so much damage. Don't know how many enemies we're gonna find that are actually susceptible to bio, but that is gonna be a very good ability. Okay, 2 more and I can get that. Gotcha. Keep going. The butterfly. The butterfly, no. So there's the thing about the Macalania Woods. There's a mini game here that involves touching a butterfly. I guess it might not be active yet, but once it does become active, if you touch a butterfly, it will spawn a bunch more of them, right? And those butterflies you can go ahead and pick up to get a reward, right? But it is time-based, of course. And it's not the easiest thing to do in the world, by which I mean to say I kind of really sucked at it. So I'm not looking forward to doing it again. This guy is actually so cool, the way he has got like the ice crystals jutting out of his back. That is so cool. Vulnerable to ice, so I knew I equipped you with ice for a reason. Kill him. Good. Ow. Huh? I have exactly 1 soft. Okay, let's bet it on the soft. Yuna, I need a summon. I need to deal with this goon. I am definitely not letting my boys and girls be subjected to petrification. Really? You still have... Petrification is so annoying. You only get rid of it with soft, right? Or if you have, I think there might be a spell that you can actually use to do that. But you only get rid of it with soft. Soft aren't really that expensive, but like, I don't want to be packing up on soft just to deal with this idiot. You know? Oh well. As long as Tidus doesn't die, it's fine though. It's a problem when that does happen, however. Ow. You already did something. Steal. I will steal from you. Gimme. Then go ahead, switch on over to Tidus. And then, Wakka's already done something. You've already, yeah. Have you already done something? I don't think Lulu has done anything yet, though. Oh no, she's used a soft. That counts as an action. In which case, we can actually just go ahead and kill. Good. This is really just one of those maps, though, where you don't want to be in battle, because the music is so good.
So be it. Farewell.
Farewell. Ooh, 1,300.
Let's go.
Great. Oh, that is good. That is really good. That is really, really good. Unfortunately, it didn't give me the points that I wanted. Unfortunately, it didn't give me the points that I wanted at all. There we go. I have a lot of money so far, but Final Fantasy X is not a game where you get that much money. Like, having a few thousands is quite a lot, but you expend a lot to get, oh, thank God. You expend quite a lot to, get it in the first place, right? Because you need to equip yourself with, like, a better weapon and better gear. It's like you're always kinda not so high on money, is what I'm trying to say. Which I guess is fine. But later on it will be a problem. Later on it will be a problem. You, heretic, suffer for your crimes. Good. What? And then it's just, you know, the same old song and dance. You know what it is. Steal high potion, yada yada yada. Excuse me. My throat is kind of fucked. Suffer like G did, question mark? My favorite part about that voice line is just the questioning tone of the questioning tone of it is like, suffer like G did? It's like the man's was just like questioning what they were giving him to read as he was doing it. It's so funny. Let's go ahead and jinx you. I like the crit from before, I want to try again. Maybe I should equip Tidus with something else as well. Oh wow, that actually hurts you quite a lot, huh? That's fine. That is quite alright. Go ahead and die.
Farewell.
Damn. I should play that game sometime. You guys ever play time?
Solving anything.
That is such a quote. You are so right, bestie. You are so right. Thinking is not solving anything. That is so true. That is so true. What do we got here? Is this the Lay Buster? Oh no, it's slow. This is really good. So if we haste ourselves, we speed up and get more turns. If we slow somebody else, they slow down and get less turns. You can see where this is going. You can see where this is going. I am the fucking strong. Pretty soon anyway. I will be the strong. Get Kamari started on Tidus' path, so it can have 2 hastes going. Dun, dun. What do we got here? Oh, it's just an attack boost. I said I wasn't going to do this too much, but I think I do need to get like a few more boosts to deal with this place, especially like evasion-wise. I don't want people getting hit by the stone. Okay. What do you have over here? I got, what was this one? Luck? Yeah, luck. And then this one is Spare Change. Spare Change is such a funny ability. You literally just throw money at the enemy. And the more money you throw, the more damage you deal. It is so funny. You can... This is, I think, a speedrun tactic where you just, like, throw a bunch of money at enemies and they die. It's so good. I'm the fucking strong. Fun fact, did you know that they never actually say that in Duang? That was not actually a thing. That was just like a funny little addition that somebody did. An edit, if you will. I'm a bit sad that that's not actually Duang, but that's okay. Duang to me is something very special, and something that not very many people can actually get. Like, for example, when the anime came out, and there was like Duang subs coming out, it's like, I mean, sure, it kinda, sorta is in the similar vibe of it, but you can't really replicate the spirit of Duang. Because it was so genuine, so sincere. You know? It was really bad at first, true, but it got better, right? And that's what Duang is all about to me. Love. I am 110% serious, by the way. It is just one fan's love for the series, you know? Almost always inflicts darkness on an enemy for 1 turn. Okay. Interesting. So if I want to be like sure that it goes off, I'll do that. But I don't need to be sure that it goes off. I can just do this instead. Alright, Tidus. Get the party started. Jesus Christ, Tidus. I mean, I didn't mean for you to just fucking murder his ass. Christ almighty. Oh, speaking of Duang, if you haven't read Duang, you should definitely go do it. Like 100%. Like, not even jokingly. It's an experience. You know, it really is. You owe it to yourself to read Duang. At least once in your lifetime. don't know what you're weak to. Let's go ahead and test it. Oh, no! Oh, I forgot to get Lulu experience. I didn't mean to attack.
You like that?
It's fine. Next time that I see one of those guys, it's gonna be Lulu only. Lulu solos. Oh, jeez. I don't think that's even possible. Hmm? No, wait, it can actually happen if I just get her no overdrive.
Donna? Can't say I have.
What's up?
We got separated on the way here.
Oh no!
Damn it all! I've got to find her.
The summoner kidnappers.
Calm down.
But if anything happens to her,
running around in a panic is not going to help.
Hmm.
Right now, you have to keep cool and search.
But
guard your emotions, then guard your summoner.
The zoom in.
You're right.
Shall we search?
No, I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you, Sir Auron.
Auron's just like, well, no, I didn't do nothing. I really do like Barthel's relationship with Auron in this game. He's just like such a fanboy, but Auron's just like, you know what?
What's up?
You're actually a good guy.
Oh, I just wanted to wish him good luck.
Hmm. It's definitely the summoner kidnappers, though. Oh, did we... Yeah, nice. Do I have access to... No, I don't. I need to get Lulu's overdrive up. That's what I need to do. Unfortunately, I think that just having any action whatsoever leads to... God, if I can remember what I'm trying to say. I think doing any sort of action leads to, you know, that counting as participation. That means that even if I just defend, right? If I just click triangle, that already makes it count as participating in battle. Hey, can I run away? Oh, I can! I can leave Lulu alone. Hold on a minute. I just hope I don't kill her accidentally. Nice. This is all so that I can get like the experience boost that I want for Lulu. Reminder. Chill. Nice. 6 more weeks of winter. Last week has been more like spring. Sure, Phil. True. Oh, 520. Wait. That was the same as everybody else, wasn't it? Well, I guess he's already on the same level as everybody then. Cool. Nice. They always say that, don't they? On television and stuff like that. It's like, oh, we're having really rough weather out here. It's terrible. It's the worst winter since 1998. I'll never forget it. And meanwhile, wherever you're at, it's like just a cool like 15 centigrade. It's like, huh. Sucks to suck, I guess. Like, they always have that on television when they're doing like their Saturday. Nope. Tell them like it is, Titus. Tell them like it is. If they go on television, they're like, oh, it's so cold here. I can barely feel myself in like some northern part of the country, and it's like, oh yeah, that's unfortunate, huh? Can't say I feel the same over here though. Sorry, I guess. I don't know, it's just funny to me. I don't know, it is just funny to me. Die. I love that sound, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, now I can go ahead and Riku, Yuna, Kimahri, and Auron. Got it. Groundhog Day prediction seems wrong. What's new? Well, you know what they say. Hell is coming. Maybe Phil just, you know, is trying to. Maybe Phil is off by a few weeks, you know. That's what's going on. That is really what's happening. It'll happen eventually, okay? Please believe me. It'll happen eventually. Just trust me on this one, bro. Just trust me on this one, bro. Come on, please believe me. That was just straight up damage, huh? Christ, Auron. He is so strong. Like, Auron is so powerful. It's ridiculous. Auron's existence just makes it even more confusing as to what to do with Kimahri. Because Kimahri is like the only other piercer in the group. But like, why do you even need to use him when you have access to Auron? You know? Like, why would you ever want to do that? And the answer is you don't. You just don't. Let me set his overdrive to Warrior as well, because he deals a lot of damage. I think that should be... Both Stoic and Warrior are good on... I think he wants Warrior and Kimahri. Yeah, both Warrior and Stoic are good on Auron, because he has like the protection ability, so he can get like more overdrive faster, I think. But... yeah... Probably better to go like Warrior on everybody, honestly. Probably better for them, There's always next to summer for 6 more weeks, so winter if you want to be technical. Yes! See? Now you're cooking with gas. Now you understand what Phil means. Minigame. Hi, bird creature. Hello?
A butterfly with rainbow wings will lead the way to secret things.
Imagine someone coming up to you and saying this. Like, try to catch 7 of the blue butterflies when we wear the reds. They call powerful fiends when threatened. Butterflies is fear for a certain time. Try catching the blue while avoiding the red. This is actually really hard. This is actually like really hard. Especially if they're gonna just like dump a battle on me like this. Come on. Oh! Look at this! 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 This is one of Kimahri's Lancet targets, so we will be doing that. Also, let me see if I can't slow you.
Relax, take it easy.
Nice. They even slow down their animations. That's what I really like about this. These whatever the hecky. They actually show the animations like slowing down or speeding up, right? Aqua Breath. There we go. I think the Chimera has a second ability as well, and I don't have Threaten, so maybe I should just use like Silence or Darkness on it. I'll do it in a minute. Good. I'll go ahead and use probably Silence, actually. I don't think I mind getting hit by it too much, but I do mind getting hit by the magic. And then go on to Riku so she can steal some stuff. I think Riku might actually die. She doesn't have that much HP. Oops. I hated this side quest. It's a bit unfortunate, yeah. Oh, wait, huh? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Okay, let's go Lulu and then let's get Unit to summon something down to finish the job.
Allow me.
Allow me. You are half damaged by fire and water, which means I need to use Thundara or Blizzara. Gotcha! Be like, okay, buddy. Alright, buddy, whatever you say, man. Whatever you say, guy. Whatever you say, silly Billy.
My turn now!
Delay the attack even further. I don't think actually I'm gonna need to summon down an Aeon, but might as well go ahead and heal. Yeah. This is when Prey is good, it's just I don't really want to heal anybody with MP, I just want to do this instead, you know? There we go. Everybody is in tip-top shape. I think I'm gonna go ahead and... yeah, just wear him down a little bit more and then go for an Aeon. Because I have Warrior, right? So if I can get my... if I can get some attacks in, I will get more overdrive. Why is it so hard to think? This is why Warrior is really good, by the way. It's like, I can get so many more attacks when I'm sped up and they're slowed down. Megiddo Flame? Ooh, no, I'm sorry. That's a bad call. I'm fire aspected. Sorry, man. Sucks to suck, I guess. The Chimera is pretty powerful though, so you know, I should be like giving it some respect. But sorry, you are not strong enough to deal with me. And I think that makes it so the Yuna has her shell now. Good. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. Shell is one of the abilities in this game. It makes it so that you take less damage from magic attacks, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I needed to get Tidus' strength up a little bit. He was just not being able to kill things as much as I wanted him to. And then speed. And then magic defense. I don't really need to do this actually. I can just skip. Yeah, I can just. Oh wait, that's strength. I want that. Oops. I mean, I don't need to do them, but I do want them. So there we go. All is good. All right, let's try this then. I don't think I am going to. Okay, there we go. There's one. The thing about like doing these is that they the butterflies have some kind of weird patterns that they follow to their flight, and they can just like hit you. Plus the game does mess with you with the camera angles. Like they literally like place butterflies in spots that you can't really see how to get through too terribly well, and some spots are just like designed to mess you when you're coming at a corner or something of the sort. And another one, and that's a red, and I need to capture some more. Hello? Is that it? That is it. Wait, is that it? I don't know if that was it or not. At least this puts me back here, so that's good. I can try it again and again. I think I might have to zone out. Tracks red and blue. Red butterflies are omens. Get too close, they will summon deadly fiends. Blue butterflies lead to good fortune. Find 7 and the treasure will be yours. I do know you can try this again, so I can just like zone out and then get back in, I believe. Let's try that. Yeah, okay. We'll try this one more once. Well, to be fair with you, we'll try this a few more times before we move on. I just need to remember that I can't be zooming through, or else I might just run into the reds. There we go. There's a blue here, and then there's 2 here that are red, I believe. There we are. I like how the music just goes all quiet as well. It gives it like such mystique, you know? So that's like 4, I think? Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe? 6? Is that it? Were those 7? No. Where's the next one done? Where is the last one? Wait. I don't want to fight against these goons. Tidus, get us out of here. Oh, I can't escape! No! Oh, this is bad! Okay, if I can't escape, I guess I'll just deal with them. They're not so bad, are they? Unless they're like super powered or something. I doubt it though. Am I missing something maybe? It might be. Okay. This should kill. This didn't kill. They are more powerful, huh? This is bad. This is really bad. Wait, shit. This is really bad. Oh no. Okay, let's go ahead and get Kimahri. Kimahri lanced that guy to death. Please and thank you. Thank God that worked. Next, let's get Riku. Riku will go ahead and steal. Fish scale. That's actually, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think that should be good. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It's fine, I'm just gonna summon. If there's something. It'll be fine. Jesus. Was I missing another one? I guess I must have been missing at least one. It's, I think I might actually skip this for now and I'll do it some other time. Yeah, that should probably be better. If I just, like, do it a different time. Wait. I should probably, like, make sure where they are, and that's gonna take a long time. Huh? This is bad. This is not very good. I don't. This is not very good. This is not very good at all. Hi, Alexander. How you doing? I'm having a moment right now. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should just. I don't want to do it though. I can just like Thor's a hammer their ass and be done with it, but I don't really want to. I think that would be like just a waste of an overdrive, honestly. Fuck, I should have grand summoned Valefor and done it that way. Ah, oh, damn. I'm gonna get Valefor. I'm gonna get Valefor. Or not Valefor, Ixion. Bummed down, my vacation is about to run out. Ah, damn. I see. Well, unfortunately, good thing. All good things must come to an end, right? All good things must come to an end. It is okay. He'll get to have another vacation in the future. Hopefully, anyway. You think you're slick. You think you're cool, huh? Fuck you. Alright. We should get put right back at the area where we started, fortunately, so I don't have to, like, do all of this again. Jeez, that wasn't even that much experience. Sucks. Okay, hold on. No, it should be fine. Wait. Oh, I did get it. Did I get it?
Now! This is it! Now is the time to choose!
Hi Ty, how you doing? I am very confused at the moment. I am very confused at the moment. How you doing? Oh man. Thank you for the raid, appreciate it. I am very confused. I was doing a side mission, a puzzle thingy, and I don't know if I managed to do it correctly or not, so... yeah, sure. Oh, man. Just don't be true. There is some, but unfortunately I might have to act as a designated driver a lot. Ugh, I hate that. I hate that a lot. I hate that for you. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, actually. I hope it doesn't happen too often if it does have to happen. God. I don't like being the designated driver for something. Somebody asked me to drive them somewhere. I mean, if you ask me, like, with anticipation, like maybe like a week or two in anticipation, right? Maybe, sure, fine, whatever. But if you ask me, like, on the day of or, like, a few days before, I'm just gonna be like, I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna do that at all. Oh, I did clear it, okay. That was so weird. I still got to fight against one of the Red Fiends. And I'm fairly sure that I captured the butterfly last time as well, so what gives? Huh. Weird. Okay, cool Metal Gear Solid Facta. We've been getting so many cool Metal Gear Solid Factas today. Let me, go ahead and think of one. Metal Gear Solid Facta from Metal Gear Solid... Let's say Metal Gear Solid 4, maybe? Could it be Metal Gear Solid 4 Facta? trying to think, because I've run through a number of them, right? I've run through a number of them already today, and I've run through a number of them a lot during the months, right? Along the months. So I'm just like trying to remember a fact and think if it's actually been used before or not. And I'm just coming up a little bit dry, I'll be honest with you. Golden Gears Facta from like Metal Gear Solid 4. That's what I said I would do, and that's what I want to do. But can I do it though? I might have to relent on that. I may have to relent. Let's do a cool Facta from Metal Gear Solid.
You place too much trust in your magics.
Oh, you tell him, Orin. You tell him. Yeah, beat his ass, and then get walking in here to darkness him. Darkness. True darkness. But anyway, Metal Gear Solid. Let's do 1. Should be fine to do Metal Gear Solid 1, huh? So in Metal Gear Solid 1. Metal Gear Solid 1. Is this a cool Facta, or can you hum the song? Sure. That's getting a bit harder.
Got you covered.
Stupid. There you go. That was the hum redeem. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Anyway, getting back to Metal Gear Solid 1. So Metal Gear Solid 1. Don't know if this is a cool fact necessarily, but if you... Oh, wait, this might be like a fact that not many people know about. So if you are crawling in the ducts, right, before meeting the DARPA chief, you can actually see the cell where Meryl is at, right? And Meryl is, I think, either doing... what is it again? What is it again? What is that called? It's not pull-ups, it's sit-ups. There we go. I think she's either doing sit-ups or maybe she's doing push-ups. I'm not sure. But I know that if you watch her doing sit-ups, and then you go back and forward a few times, I think it is, eventually she'll, like, take off her pants? I think it is? I don't know why they put that in, but they put that in, baby. They put that in. There you go. That's the cool Metal Gear Solid 1 Facta. That's the cool Metal Gear Solid 1 Facta. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing, outright. It is a thing. Oh boy. Are you taking people's pants off? Not me. The game is. Orin... I'm gonna get Orin in here so he can get more warrior. Yeah, Orin, let's go! And then, what else do we have? Let's see if Kimahri can get another overdrive from doing Lancet, because I'm fairly sure the Chimera has another one for him. No, he doesn't. Okay. It must be a different kind of Chimera in that case. But yeah, you can get another overdrive from a Chimera. I'm just not sure which one it is. Okay, I've already darknessed it with Waka. I think I've already stolen. Let's steal again, though, just to make sure. And then we should be good to go. Yeah, good. But yeah, what were you guys doing? Were you guys doing Final Fantasy XIV? We were talking so much about Final Fantasy XIV just a while ago. Like, so much about it. Talking about, wait, can I Grand Summon... No, I can't revive Balfour. That would be so cool if Grand Summon revived it. That would be so cool. Let's go ahead and just fill out overdrive bars with regular attacks, yeah. Problem. But yeah, we were talking a lot about it. We were talking about the music that they added. We were talking about people who level skip and then complain about the game's story without actually watching the story. Oh my god, Kimahri! Jesus! I guess he was not happy about me saying that I didn't know what to do with him. Jesus. Just gathering tomes. I need more from my anima weapon. I'll give you my tomes. I'm not fucking using them for anything. I'll give you my tomes. I don't care. really don't have any use for my tomes whatsoever. I mean, technically, if I go ahead and do another Zodiac weapon, I will have a use for my tomes, but at the moment, I don't have any use for tomes. And they're so easy to get, you know? It's so funny. When you want them, you seem like you can't get them fast enough. But when you don't want them, they just pile up like crazy quick. God. It really is true, you know? That, you only know what you had when you lose it. Yeah. Anyway, here's the butterfly. Can I touch it? Pain remedy? No, this one is just a regular butterfly. I don't actually trigger a minigame with it. It needs to be a rainbow-colored butterfly. Remember that. People never listening to game sound. Gambit doesn't fucking listen to game sound at all. He said he didn't listen to game music, and I was like, okay, fine, there's people that don't do that. He doesn't listen to game music at all. He has it turned off and he's listening to podcasts. Podcasts! Are you kidding me? Oh, man. I'm thinking of shrinking back again? Wow, that didn't take so long. That did not take so long at all. Who? Gambit! Gambit over there. Just the top of you. That guy. Let's go Lulu so she can kill the heretic over there. What are you weak to? Ice? Nice to meet ya. Fuck me, Jesus. I mean, that was a lot, you know? That was really a lot, just... Yeah, he doesn't listen to in-game sound, he just has the game turned off and he reads with subtitles. Oh, man. Ooh! I gotta be careful, I can't kill this thing before I get everybody to take a hit, or to get a hit in. Get that, and then get Riku to steal, and then we can kill with an Aeon, I guess. You can grab Ixion or even Ifrit. It should be fine. Ifrit still hits so hard. Like, Valifor did not hit hard at all, but I think Valifor's main gimmick is that she's, like, very evasive. So I guess we shouldn't have brought her out with, you know, magic-oriented enemies, because magic does not miss. Maybe that was a bad idea. But yeah, like, I was expecting Ifrit to, like, kind of fall off compared to Ixion, but no, he's still hitting like a truck. God damn. Imagine Gambit doing Garuda face. True. Lamau. Imagine not listening to the Feather Rains. You know, you don't need to necessarily listen to the Feather Rains, as long as you can see the Garudas disappearing. That's another, like, trigger for the Feather Rain happening. It's like just Garuda disappearing. Her and her sisters, so you can actually, like, work that out. Oh, excuse me. I was also talking about, like, doing Ultima. I want to do more Ultima. I want to get my ass kicked by Ifrit, so we can move on to Titan. And then move on to Ultima, and then kill Ultima, and then be like, woo! Hee, we are gamers. Wee, wow, woohoo! I don't want to deal with you, you goon.
No problem.
Get slowed. Yeah, we need to get the phase transition down, but that should be like... should be fine, honestly. I hope. Occasionally succumbs to darkness, right. Darkness. The true darkness! I like how it says occasionally, but I haven't missed a single darkness yet. That's very funny to me. The weirdest things are funny to me, is what I'm getting out of this. Out of these streams, is just... I find joy in the most stranger places. That's okay though. I think that is good. I think that is a good thing. Oh wow, Riku and Yuna are so close together. It's almost like they're... Oh wait, we don't know about that yet. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not saying anything. Never mind. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not gonna say anything. It's funny how the game never outright mentions it either, but you can just like be like, oh wait, they're, you know, huh. You know. Kamari's already attacked. Waka's already attacked. It's Orin's turn. Farewell. Farewell. Yeah, let's go. Just having hats and being a little gumball, just become a Rogadin.
That's how it's done.
Just become a Rogadin there, and then you can be huge and have all of the benefits of, you know, of being a Lalafell as well. Except being a little gumball, of course. Are you? Yeah, you are. Come here. Wait, no, do I wanna? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. These are actually not so bad. Assuming I don't get like into a fight, I can actually just, you know. If I get into a fight, I think I will just go ahead and like Aeon my way out of it. Yeah, see what I mean? It's like I can't tell where the hell these butterflies are going. It's like if I hit one of them, it's the camera's fault, honestly. Like I can't tell where the fuck that butterfly is exactly. Oh, there we go. I think that's it then? Or maybe not. I just want to lay into them. I really just want to lay into them with Thor's hammer, and I think I'll do just that, because I don't want to deal with this. I think I'm just going to do Thor's hammer. I think I'm just going to kill him! It's fine, that just means I don't need to have Yuna participate in the next fight against these goons. Just fucking die. I hope this actually kills, because they're actually more resistant to damage. Of course it fucking does. I mean, come on, 8,000 damage. He's the boy. He's a boy. And I can just like replenish his overdrive quickly with the Grand Summon. Goons. Actual fucking goons. A lot of them. Okay, so there's like 2 here. I get the picture. And there's like another one here. Don't, yeah, I'm not gonna make it in time though. It's fine though, because I can just like get teleported here, and then I can do the fight. Then I can do like the thing again. Oh, but I need to zone out. Right, I forgot about that part. I can just flee if I get an enemy encounter. This is actually where we're going to be stopping, so I'm just going to do this minigame first, I believe. And hopefully I'll get it done in no time. These are actually like hard to touch because of the camera. Yeah, that's, wait. Hold on. And those are just like that. And then there's 2 over here. That's 1. That's 2. I can't tell where they actually are. I'm sorry, I just can't tell where they are. No, I'm not dealing with this. I'm just not dealing with this. Your eyes? I'm gonna just Ifrit. I'm just Ifriting. It's fine, I have like a Grand Summon if I get another fight, alright? If I get into another fight, I'll just like Grand Summon and get rid of them instantly. Beat their ass! Oh, there's no stone there. That's so funny, because I'm skipping the animation, the rock no longer shows up. That's like an emulator issue for sure, by the way. Because the rock doesn't have texture if I just use it regularly either. So that's definitely like an emulator issue. Okay, I'm just like keeping track of the battles that I've fought and the kinds of enemies that I've fought so that I can like equalize it. Come on. Down through here, yeah. Motherfucker, you really tried, didn't you? You really tried, you piece of shit. Unfortunately, I'm too powerful for you. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so I don't need to make it back in time. I just need to like wait out the time. And then I can go grab the chest at my own leisure. See? Nice. Ether. Okay. Kind of a really shitty reward for doing all of that, but fine, I guess. I'm just gonna like get the formation, like so. And then Tidus with Lulu and Waka, because why not? See, we got it. We got it done. This is such a good track. I love it. Yeah, let's go ahead and save. No, it should be fine. It should be fine. I think I'm gonna have to do a little something before we start the next stream, but I think it should be alright if I do it in a specific way. So, this is where we're gonna be actually ending it.